Last week, our intrepid group of inquisitorial acolytes came to the capital world of the subsector in search from the capital world of the subsector, I should rather say, to the mining world of Pelina to investigate rumors and reports that the local nobility have been engaged in the act of hunting down and murdering people with the use of xenotechnology. Such a thing could, of course, not stand, and our valiant
They have to use
heroes.
human technology if they want to hunt them down.
Exactly. And our valiant heroes then established contact with one of the local nobles, a Gregarthus Harris, the nobleman, factor, hunter of one of the nobility of this world. And our group is currently staying at the Shirakaza Hotel, where you guys are passing the time until the coming ball this Friday, which is about 3 days away from where you guys are currently. So, what do you fine gentlemen want to do today?
When is this event thing?
It is on the Friday, and it is currently the Tuesday for you guys.
Well, we kind of have to follow around our noble.
Well, you guys are free to go. I mean, we don't need everyone to follow me around.
Yeah, that'd pretty much just be me.
Maybe the rest of us could go pop in to find out where they buy their hunting weapons from.
I mean, Hippo, you're a hunter. Why don't you go and see if you can hang around in a hunting bar? Is that where hunters hang around? Like the slightly more generic ones, because they might have heard things.
The Huntsman Inn, basically.
Well,
I don't know if they really hang out in a huntsman's bar necessarily, but normally they'd be hunting from lodges or farmland.
Fine. The huntsman's sauna, wherever they hang around during the day.
Oh boy.
Because they might have heard stories potentially.
Well, we're less so here about the hunting and more about the equipment being used. So
yeah, but hunters are historically jealous folk. If you knew some other hunter had like a fancy schmancy Xeno rifle, wouldn't you be talking about it?
Well, who is going to
If
be
only
more
with
jealous?
envy?
The people selling guns to hunters, thinking, why is nobody coming to buy my perfectly good 100% human tech guns? Where are they getting their stuff from, if not me?
That's also a good point.
So yeah, I'm gonna go look for a hunting supplier.
All right. And the rest of you guys, what are you going to be doing?
Well, I think me and Deb would want to go around just to see if we can meet more people, or just kind of make a name. I mean, if we're nobles that have just arrived, we want to at least kind of. It's not, oh, look, we're new nobles, then you don't hear from us for a week until the ball. That's suspicious.
I'm going to go with Hippo just so we don't go solo.
You guys can also spread the word of the noble. Yeah, we work for the fancy new noble who's fancy and new and a noble.
I'm going to the church.
All right. So what are you going to do at the church?
Talk to the priests.
Just going for some good old praise and worship.
I'm a priest.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't a priest talk to other priests?
No, I'm not saying they wouldn't. I'm just asking if you're going to go praise and worship, or what you're going to go do with them.
Are you just going to go mingle, or are you going to go for something specific?
Maybe I'll start with, some praising, and then I'll do some mingling, and if that doesn't work, I'll see if the warp will tell me anything.
Okay, so for the sake of brevity, let us, since we're splitting this 3 ways, Matt, you said you guys want to go mingle, right?
Yeah, we're gonna go look for a. I want to look for a gambling place that does games that I can use my actual knowledge, my logic skill on. I don't know what gambling. There must be a gambling thing that uses.
I gotta use them.
That uses deduction or something. I don't know.
What, like poker?
Maybe something like that. Yes. Maybe not poker. Maybe like I don't know. You've always heard of gambler chess.
Gambler chess.
Gambler chess.
Blackjack, man. You're gonna be counting cards.
Or that.
Okay.
Well, that's a way to make a splash. What
Sure.
do people do? They spend money because they're dilettantes.
Sounds good. Alrighty. Since I didn't actually prepare any gambler chess games, we're just going to have you roll a couple of checks to
That's
see how
fine.
things
We
go.
can just do that. I'm just trying to keep our cover going.
Are you even trying to win, or you just like look at how much money I'm prepared to
No, I'm
lose and
trying to
laugh
win.
about it?
You know what makes people take notice is when the rich person flashes some cash and then wins some cash.
Yeah, but surely if you just go out and lose a load of money and just laugh it off as it's fine, then that makes an equal splash.
Yeah.
Well,
and-
if I
yeah.
lose it, then I'll do that. But if not, I'll just be like, yes, you people are so quaint here on this world.
And also losing money and answering to our boss when how are you doing? Oh, we're just spending money.
So that's what I'm gonna
Okay.
do.
So, you and Trash spend the evenings leading up to the ball debauching yourself at some of the local gambling houses, private institutions. Normal invitation only, but your prior contact that you've established with some of the nobility are squeaking you through some of the doors, money greasing the palms that need to be greased and getting you inside.
I'm
I
showing
would like
Richter Mortis off to everyone.
Richter Mortis, yes. I need the two of you to do two things for me. Trashy, I need you to make a charm check for me, please.
I'm not very charming.
As you flutter about being a social butterfly. And Matt, I need you to make a deception check for me, please. As you try and act out the, facility
Holy
that you
moly,
guys have
my
created.
game is laggy as anything. Is anyone else's dice table lagging?
That's fine.
Mine's as laggy as normal.
Yeah, no, I'm lagging. We'll carry on. I'm just gonna quickly jump in and jump out again.
Okay.
My charm is not good.
Mm-hmm. What did you roll, Trashy? And what is your charm?
My charm is 10. I rolled a 24.
Okay.
But I do have intimidation and such because of my big muscles.
This will go swimmingly.
I am a pretty butterfly.
I'm a pretty princess.
Are you looking at me? Are you looking at me? How could you not be looking at me?
Oh, God. Okay, when Matthew connects, we'll check now what his charm is, because we need to combine your two rolls.
Well,
See
I
how
first want
low-
to check. So I'm using I was doing the deceive, wasn't I?
Yes. That is correct.
What am I trying to be deceptive about? I want to see if any of my other skills will help me.
You're pretending to be a noble.
Well, will my knowledge of heraldry help? And
Not in
other
this
noble
particular-
endeavors.
Not necessarily in this particular case. This is more about poise and, acting ability. You might obey the forms perfectly, but, need to know the lingo and the mannerisms
So
of the...
what you're telling me is that if I buy Scholastic Law etiquette, I'm going to get bonuses in the future.
Maybe.
Well, I failed it with 1 degree of failure when I drew it the first time when it was all buggy as hell.
Alrighty. So, you and Delib, your
Look,
lovely
it's fine. We're not
concubine-
around here. We're not from here.
Yeah.
We're from a hive world, not from this. We don't know how these peasant backwaters act.
Yeah, I think I would mainly just be cool and aloof and mean to people on account of that's exactly my character, and we're rich. So instead of being an asshole, I'm a rich person.
So an
Yes.
asshole.
They're synonyms. They're synonyms.
Mm-hmm. You guys managed to pass the evenings. You make a name for yourself. People find you to be a little bit off-putting, finding Dell to be somewhat aloof and intimidating and not really the jewel of civilization that's expected to be hanging from the arm of a nobleman. And Matt, you sometimes a little bit clumsily try to broach the subjects of the information that you're looking for, managing to put a few people off here and there. However, your gambling Roll a. What are you trying to do? You're trying to do like card games. What are you trying to do?
Yeah, I want to use my logic, if possible, to try to be all clever with the cards.
Sure. Roll D100 for me. Let's have a look and see if you've managed to finagle anything. That's a 98, isn't it?
It is a 98.
I thought it was a 68 for a moment.
No, it is a passing score.
Unfortunately, you far overestimate your abilities to fleece these backwater hillbillies
Why am I rolling a D100 though instead of my skill?
because you're not familiar with this particular variation of the game, this regional variation of the game that you guys are playing. I'm just
Yes,
taking
sir.
your logic check into consideration for it.
Doesn't everyone play? What do they play in Warhammer?
They play Regicide, they play.
Everyone play Regicide?
Oh boy,
for
what
the
games
most
could
part.
everybody in part of an Imperium of 1 billion worlds possibly play?
The popular ones, Hippo.
There's many different games. Many of them it's the same game with different names. Others of them with small rules variation or regional nuances.
They also
Some
play
people might worship the emperor as a frog and not as a sun, and that
I wouldn't
influences
be
like the
playing
type of
games with
cards
them
that
because
they
they're
use.
barbarians.
He thought he
I'm
was
rich.
playing Regicide. He was actually playing Gregicide.
They also
Greg is
play.
Regicide.
They also play that game from the fucking
Pinball is what you're saying, I
text
think.
text-to-speech
Yeah,
device.
That one game, you know.
From the Emperor text-to-speech device.
Oh, Paradox Billiards.
Yeah,
Fourth
exactly that
dimensional
one. Was too fucking long
hypercube.
for you to remember.
That one. Oh, you mean Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, unfortunately, Match Yu-Gi-Oh deck isn't, as good as it once was. A lot of the cards that are supposed to be banned happen to not be banned in this part of the planet, and he loses a few hands pretty badly. Because you got a logic of 64, eh, Matt?
Yep.
So that's like 3 degrees of failure.
Yep.
You managed to lose quite a sum of money, but you laugh it off. And,
I laugh it off knowing that most of the people I'm playing against I'm going to be having executed in a couple of months. That's a nice house you got there. Be pity when you're all dead. Oh, sorry.
Look at your family you love obviously so much. Revelatory
Yes.
moment.
So you guys managed to not exactly ingratiate yourselves, make yourselves known, mostly as a bunch of aloof, cold, slightly ash-holish, pushy, off-world noblemen.
So like
Like-
every other nobleman.
Perfect.
Right?
Yes, perfect. We perfectly
Perfect.
did it perfectly.
Alrighty, Ein, you make your way into the inner city, trying to go find some peace and quiet, speak to some of your priestly brethren, the fellows of the cloth. Making your way deeper into the city itself, you come upon this specific district's church, or cathedral, I should rather say. Huge vaulted ceilings, very gaudy, done in what appears to be gold leaf of some kind. Much of it peeling now with age. The inside's filled with pews. Most of them, you can see, looking closely, have been repaired numerous times over the years. But they used to be very fancy, in this church's heyday, and appears to be much more run down now over the centuries. And the inside is filled with thick clouds of incense, and you can see priests wandering around quietly. There doesn't appear to be a sermon in progress at the moment. And at the front, you can see a older-looking priest with the demeanor of a man who's in charge, speaking with a younger priest, gesturing at something against the wall behind him. What would you like to do?
Yeah, as I walk in the building, I do the sign of the Aquila and I bow. I walk in and I sit in the backward stalls.
All right, so you
in
just
my
sit in the
prayer
back
chair.
row of the pews.
Yeah, and I pray a little, but I keep an eye on the priests.
They appear to mostly be priesty. You see a servitor trundle out and start cleaning the floor a bit. Some of them are going through the benches, picking up little bits and pieces of litter here and there. Some of them are making sure all the votive candles are lit. Generally just doing some housekeeping around the temple now that they don't have any specific service that they're running.
Yes. I look around, and if I check if somebody is like watching me, is somebody watching me?
Nobody appears to be paying attention to you in particular. Looking through the pews, you see here and there one or two people off the street. Some of them with their heads bowed in prayer. You see an older lady near the front who appears to be reading from some kind of devotive text.
Hmm. Okay, as I am praying, I'm gonna do sin science to check if there's any foul smells around.
Any foul smells? All right. You open yourself up to the warp, extending your sight of senses, trying to get a feel for the area, just trying to see if anything untoward is happening. And generally speaking, the church has got the feel of old stones left out in the sun, just soaking up the heat during the day. And now that you extend your senses towards them, it almost feels like they're now releasing that inner heat that has been stored over hundreds of thousands of days, over centuries. And it fills you with comfort. You don't feel anything untowards inside of the church itself.
Yeah, I slowly go back then.
Okay,
Close
you going
my
home?
eyes and open it again, and I walk to the priests.
Sure. You going for the head priest, or you just going to a random brother standing around?
I'm going to the random brother to begin with.
All right. You walk up to one of the priests closest to you. A younger gentleman, brown hair, plain robes, very much new to the priestly orders by the looks of it, still fresh-faced. Doesn't quite have that crink in his back, that hunched over look that many of the older priests have. Yes, can I help you?
Yes, good day. I'm wondering. I'm from another world, and this is a very comfortable church. A little worn down, but it's homely and really nice. I wonder where's the head priest?
Oh, that would be the gentleman in front there with the black beard. And he gestures to the gentleman that you saw that looked like he was chatting to someone.
Yeah. Okay, I just walk over to him.
Okay then, goodbye. Empress blessing be with you. Asshole.
What?
Empress blessing be with you.
Emperor bless be with you.
Alright, so. The priest still seems to be chatting to someone. His back's currently turned to you. And he looks like he hasn't noticed you just yet.
Yes. I wait if he finishes. If he doesn't, I'll tap him in the shoulder.
Yeah, you spend a moment waiting, and you can hear him talking about alterations on the roof and funds and repairs and that kind of thing. And it doesn't look like he's noticed you at all. He's just engrossed in this conversation that he's busy having at the moment.
Okay, sorry I didn't check before, but how much cash would my character have? Some, right?
Yeah, you'd have some with you.
Yeah, okay, good.
Alright, what are you trying to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna make a donation.
We can withdraw 50,000 thrones a week.
Look, don't be trying to buy them a statue, but I mean, if you want to put some money in the prayer box, it's fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just gonna to make a public donation to the priest, so soften them up.
You can bribe them.
It's not bribe. It's not. I'm not a walk to a priest and say I'm gonna help support your church, but it's obviously needs some repair and shit. He's gonna be like, "Oh, you're bribing me?" Or no, no, I'm on your side. What the fuck?
Okay, so what you doing, Ryan?
I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna start with that. Just gonna
What?
walk to, I'm just gonna ask him about the state of the church and say, yeah, it's a shame about the state of the church. That, yeah,
He's still talking to the other gentleman.
yeah, I'm just waiting.
He doesn't. He goes back to you. He's not paying attention to you at all at the moment.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait until you finish talking to that gentleman.
Okay. 5 minutes passed. 10 minutes passed. After about 20 minutes of waiting, eventually the other gentleman leaves with a somewhat exasperated expression on his face. And he turns around and notices you patiently standing there.
Okay, I'm sorry, but in those 20 minutes, should have picked up a lot of fucking info.
Were you listening to their conversation?
Yes, of course I was.
Okay, so what did you roll a perception check for me? Or awareness, I should say, not perception.
Oh wow, gonna reroll that.
Are you going to use a fate point on a random perception check?
Yeah, it's bad.
These priests, they could be the linchpin.
Griffiths gets wide
it's even
open.
Oh, no!
worse. It's even worse. I'm fucking deaf.
You started listening to them, and once they started talking about the length of the word and how long it would need to cure, and where they could maybe try and cut some corners to save some money, you just zoned out. You weren't listening. Eventually, you were just
Yeah.
looking at the pretty pictures.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna introduce myself as Brother Cantor, the personal deacon of the nobleman
Sure.
who just came from town.
Sure, make a deception check for me.
Wow, my dice roll is shitty as fuck.
Look at me. I am a representative of human.
He's still got
Definitely.
he's still got his name tag on from the introductory meeting at the Order of Xenos.
Oh wow!
Hi, my name is Meth.
He turns around.
What?
Hello. Hi. You said Brother Cantor was your name, yes?
Yeah, it is my title. Yes, my formal name.
Brother Cantor is your title. It's a bit unusual.
Brother, I'm a brother in the order. Yeah, so
You can see, like, with every word, you're just kind of like digging yourself a little bit deeper. Yes, of course. So, how can I help you, my son?
I was wondering about the state of the church. It seems
Kinda like raises
it
one
could be a little
eyebrow.
better. No offense, sir. I know that times are sometimes hard, so I was wondering if a small donation from my nobleman would help.
Well, the Emperor is always eager to receive praise and worship, even if it is in the form of monetary compensation occasionally. You are, of course, welcome to put some money into the prayer box. Gestures at the little box for donations that they have set up in the corner.
Okay, so I'm not really that into, the fucking currency. What is much and what is not much.
Well, most people aren't going to be running around with like hundreds of thrones on them. Your average day worker is maybe going to have like a couple of dozen at most on him. And a couple of hundred will be a month's salary or more, depending on what kind of work they're doing. 1,000 thrones is pretty serious money. So yeah, it depends on you.
How much did Matt just lose?
Matt lost quite a large sum between the wonderful meal that you guys had at the private restaurant and these debauching out and about with Dell, as well as the money he's lost. You guys probably spent about 32,000 thrones in total this week.
32,000.
Yep.
Holy fuck. That's a spender. I'm gonna throw 500 at him.
Like at him in his face. He just
Take it!
He cowers as the coins impact against his body and faces. Matt is just taking like handfuls of money out of his pockets.
Donation! Donation!
Donation! Exactly, Impo.
By the time your hand goes into your pocket for the fourth time, a duo of two younger priests are like dragging you away from him, trying to pull you out of the church. Are you resisting them?
No. I said, blessed be the Emperor. May the year be with you.
The poor head priest is left confused. And very, very, very confused.
Hey,
once
I
you get pulled
donated a
out.
lot of money. He can, fix up the church.
Okay. You're dragged outside and don't come here again. Okay?
I want to see the changes when it's done.
The priest doesn't actually know how to respond to that, just hurries away from you into the church itself.
Oh.
Okay.
wow.
So, Memphis harassed some poor priest who was just going about his day. Solomon, no, not Solomon, Severus and Dell have managed to ingratiate themselves with the local nobility.
So this is how you talk about my good deed for the day. Yeah, like I'm the bad guy. Wow.
All right, which leaves us with Solomon and Gideon. What are you two doing? You said you wanted to go where?
Finding like a hunting supplier.
I'm just
hunting
following him
supply.
around, basically.
There aren't many hunting suppliers per se. You know, there's no like sporting goods and tackle store. Since most of the people who live in the city, hunting is normally reserved more for the nobility, you know, the rich and elite kind of thing. It's not something that a large part of the normal populace takes part in. So the couple of places that you do find are all kind of like uppity, snazzy, high class, fancy clientele kind of thing. Which to you two, obviously stand out a little bit with your acid-scarred face and Gideon's propensity for shoving mushroom juice in people. Make a investigation check for me, either of you.
Investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
Did you roll a 99?
Oh.
No, he
What'd
rolled a
you roll?
7. I failed mine.
Okay. That's pretty good. Alright. Doesn't take you long. You manage to easily create a short list of 2 or 3 places that you think might stock the equipment that you're looking for. And with a quick call for some transport, you guys head out into the city. You find you've got a choice of 3 spots that you gentlemen can try and hit up. There's the... Jesus, let's have a look here quickly. Give me 2 secs.
As an aside, I'd also like to bring Frederick for his knowledge of firearms.
Frederick, sure. Make a awareness check for me to see if you see Frederick around, or if you find Frederick around.
2.
2. You find
He's still in front
Frederick.
of me, isn't he?
No, he was in his room, busy with some personal time.
I mean, I kind of know guns, so we don't need Frederick here, really.
Yeah, but
Wouldn't
think
you
of-
know about guns, Hippo, on account of you being a big game hunter?
I just shoot the guns. I don't make them. Plus, think of if there are like shop assistants. Frederick is a master of confusion and
All right.
distraction.
Well, the 3 of you head over to the Francisca Lansor, which is the first place on the list created by Gideon. And upon arriving, you can see that the front of the store has got very, very thick glass, which to your eye you can instantly tell has been bulletproofed. And the door itself is locked, and you can see a little security buzzer immediately to the left thereof.
I ringify the bell.
All right. Buzz the bell. You don't hear anything. But after about 15 seconds, you hear a click, and the door quietly opens to the inside, revealing a interior, very neat and tidy, all laid out in a very woodsy style, like somebody's gone out of their way to make furniture from like trees and things like that without really smoothing it down or factory working most of the things inside. And you can see upon entering along the walls there are various heads of animals Some of them very conventional, usual deer-like creatures and the like, and some of them far more exotic, fanged maws, lizard-like creatures, some bird species, all sorts lining them. And you can see approaching you a gentleman, which appears to be more servitor than human. Most of his lower body and up to his chest made out of some kind of brass-wrought servitor chassis, leaving just most of his neck and one of his arms still is human. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to my emporium. How may I be assistance to you, gentlemen?
Hello. We're here on behalf of our employer, a noble by the name of something. I can't remember his name because he only pays us. We're not his special guards. Not like that Dell. But anyway,
make a deception check for me.
I can't remember his name. I'm not lying. But I passed anyway.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes. Well, what can I do for you, gentlemen?
Our employer is look. His companion is an avid hunter, and we're here to find the most reputable supplier on planet.
All right. Well, you've certainly come to the right place. We've got a excellent selection of equipment, hunting apparel and such. What is it that you're interested in?
He wants to know what other families here like to hunt. He wishes to make inroads and possibly purchase some business on the planet.
Oh, yes, an off-worlder. Oh, well, of course. Please, come with me. And he gestures inwards, making sure to keep you under his eye the whole time. With your scruffy appearance, he's not quite happy about you lot being inside his store. He leads you deeper into it, and you can see now, inside of it there are wooden boxes set against the walls, each of them quite tall, about 2 meters high. And inside you can see rifles, weapons, different kinds, all appear to be custom made, none of them sharing an appearance, but all of them generally following the usual, rifle layout. Some of them very ornate, some of them with different kinds of wooden stocks, other than with pressed steel, some kind of synthetic plastic, and that kind of thing. So what is it that your master is looking for?
Well, ideally he'd be needing ammunition for his companion's specialist rifle. I've never really seen anything like it. Very odd, made of wood. These nasty looking blades on either end. Uses some special kind of ammunition.
Well, let me have a look. Make a skill check here for this poor pleb. $40. Well, I know quite a few different weapons. I mean, bayonets and the like are a little bit unusual. I don't see them much outside of the guardsmen, but don't really have much use for them hunting. You'd normally be firing on the creature from some ways away. You have to use a bayonet then, because I've already got it too wrong.
Oh, he likes it when he gets up close and personal.
Plus, he has a thing for exotic weaponry.
Yeah, he really does
Really
like
exotic.
the oddities that one can find out here.
If it's an exotic weapon, there are a few older pieces that I have, almost museum pieces, that I can perhaps look at acquiring or sending through for him. Other than that, we could perhaps look at having something created for him, a custom piece to awe and intimidate those he wishes to impress. Other than that, I mean, I don't know your master's taste, but we have quite a selection in here for you to look at.
We have this money burning a hole in our pocket. Let's go look at the exquisite, expensive stuff.
Oh, very well. Follow me then. And he takes you to the shelf, and you spend the next half hour or so, and he takes you through the different weapons that are on display. All of them, to your eye, very finely made. Frederick, to your surprise, kind of behaving himself. He's not really pawing at the glass, as far as you can tell, but he is keeping a very critical eye at the pieces you guys are getting shown. So, is there anything that you've seen that might satisfy your needs?
Just like other character. Did he show us the museum pieces he was talking about?
He shows you all the different weapons.
Okay.
Most of them are like older Imperial pieces, or you see here and there like X-Guard issue rifles and things like that that have been painstakingly restored and are now getting resold for civilian use.
Is there anything that like we especially like noticed like being off?
Sure, make an armor check or a Xeno check if you have that.
Yeah, that passes.
No, most of it appears to be old. Nothing screams heresy at you. It just looks like it's a store with very finely made hunting equipment.
Hmm.
I think now that we know what kind of stuff that it's sold here, we can go and ask our employer what kind of things he wants. We were more just here to make sure that you only sold the most exquisite and high value stuff.
Very well. Might I suggest you endeavor to do that first next time, so as to not waste some time. One must be efficient about these matters.
Of course.
Very well. Now, you may see yourselves out. Gestures at the little door.
Alright. I guess we're leaving.
Onward to the next gun shop.
You're gonna go through every gun shop in the city.
We just repeat the same thing at the other two of the fancy more places.
Should we want to do it like that? I mean, these are still just open to everyone gun shops. Maybe they get them more discreetly?
They can always ask about, the fanciest gun shop.
We're already asking about the most exotic weapons.
Alright, here to your next destination, the Isabella Morrison. A gun shop of some repute. Taking your land vehicle there, you arrive after about a good half-hour drive. Frederick, keen to see the next store, what the next store has in mind for you. And you can see as you enter that the Isabella Morrison is very much built along guard aesthetics. Gideon, you noticed immediately. As you entered, a lot of the interior is repurposed guard issue equipment. And the gentleman that comes to meet you breaks away from conversation with a younger woman, and you can immediately spot that the walk, that like rolling swagger that Imperial Guard survivors adopt. Men who have been on the front lines for several years or have mustered out, that confidence that they have. And you can see the right arm below the elbow has been replaced with a functional but somewhat crude prosthetic. You can see him walk over to you guys as you enter. Welcome to my little humble store. What is it I can do for you lot? You don't really seem like the type that normally come in here, especially you. He gestures at your face, Hippo.
Well, we're here to check out the local wares for our employer.
Well, I get your kind in here occasionally. Bodyguards, miscreants, troublemakers. Get paid to lounge around all day, eh? So, what is it you're lot looking for?
He's interested in the local hunting scene.
Bunch of jumped up ponces go driving around the woods for an hour or two in the evening, and then when it gets too damp, they go back home again. Claim themselves to be mighty hunters. So, anything in particular? Looking for rifles? Looking for something a bit more explosive? I know how much they like their fireworks.
Oh, these ones want like really exotic stuff. We're talking about rare relics more than anything. They're that kind.
Beer is going to be to like knock off Mechanicus shipment, if that's the kind of thing you're looking for. I can do you less rifles. I can do you a couple of needle rifles if you want to go exotic. Got a couple of solid slug throwers if you're looking for something to put some lead in something far away. Other than that, well, if you really want to go exotic, we even have a couple of swords here. Good old double-handed bastards. Cut a man in half with one swing if you have enough upper body strength.
One of those could be useful.
Well, I imagine it could be, but then again, you'd have to be right in the range of getting eaten by whatever you're trying to slice. Unless you're hunting deer, but then again, if you're going to be chasing deer, you're better off just using a rifle, because those things are fast.
Well, you never know when you have to hack something up.
Well, that's true enough, I guess. So, shall I take you through to the swords or the melee weapons, or do you just want to have a look at the rifles first? What kind of money are we talking?
Money is not an issue.
Okay then, come this way. And you see him lead you through a very plain steel door. You can see in the bottom right hand corner still the stamp of the Minotaurium. Still there. Flicks on a switch as you go inside. Very bare basic. Well lit, almost like phosphorescent lights. And you can see there are a couple of double, like, massive claymore-like swords hanging from a stand by their hilts. And you can see there are quite a few different rifles, all neatly caged inside, locked in place. So, what's your speed? Do you want to go last or you want to go solid?
Well, I'm a solid man myself.
That's a pretty good choice. I mean, fast burns, target doesn't really bleed. Let's see. Well, we got one over here, and he pulls out a hunting rifle. Beautiful large bore, oiled stock, very plain, but lovingly maintained. Well, this one over here has been in use by one hunter or another for about the last 3 centuries or so. It's got a bit of a lineage behind it. I hear it's bagged all sides of BCs over the years, but, you know, of course I only got those pompous gits who bought these things for witness, so maybe it hasn't killed anything, I don't know. But we have services, she still works wonderfully. So if you want to get something real nice, this would be a pretty good option to get you started.
Gideon, do you reckon you could use something like that?
I take a look at the rifle. I mean, I don't actually have slugs, so can't actually shoot slugs that well.
Yeah, it's to your eye a very well-made, high-quality. Looks, you can see, like peering closely as an armor, you can see a couple of places on the stock where the wood has been replaced or repaired over the years. Small hairline cracks, that kind of thing, but beautifully maintained. Nothing wrong with the actual weapon itself.
So what kind of weapon is it considered? A sniper rifle, or?
Yeah, it's essentially a sniper rifle. It's a hunting rifle. It's a scoped bolt-action rifle.
I'm just wondering if we just should buy a weapon just so it doesn't seem weird. We're going.
Maybe we get a sword for Meth. He does sleep with that hammer a lot.
I have a sword now I sleep with, by the way.
Frederick's like eyeballing the weapons.
Sword.
You don't have anything a bit more... What the hell was that? You don't have anything a bit more exotic than this over here, he says. We got last weapons, we got solid slugs, we got all kinds. We're actually hoping for something a little bit more unusual. And you can see the man's like, frowns a little bit, but you can see him, no, fortunately not. Don't have a whole lot of call for these different weapons other than that. I mean, once you put a bolt or a energy round into something's head, it tends to lie still. Unless, of course, you're hunting some kind of pachyderms, in which case you might need something a little bit bigger, but I mean, for your regular game, this is more than enough. So, have I got any of you gentlemen down?
Yeah, we'll take the biggest sword you got.
Biggest one. Oh, I don't know if you want to do that.
We'll take the
He
biggest
shows
one
you
got.
he shows you a sword. Very, very large. Basically the same length you are. Massive blade. Well, if you're sure, you're definitely going to need to learn how to use it if you plan on swinging this thing around, because that's a lot of weight. You can have a hard time making it go where you want to go with it without any trading. So I definitely recommend your master get somebody on retainer to teach him how to use the weapon.
Yeah, that's good. We'll take that.
Alright, you needed gift wrapped. My daughter does a wonderful job of wrapping them up. Is the present, is the surprise, or are you just acquiring
Yeah,
it?
let's get it wrapped.
Alright, sure. You see him pull it out, unlocking the cage, gets out an enormous long wooden box, opens it inside his felt, sword goes inside, gets clipped into place neatly, carries it over his shoulder through to the front, where they start wrapping it up for you guys in bright yellow and blue wrapping paper, lots of polka dots. There you go, gentlemen. That would be 750 thrones.
I give him them. I don't throw it at him. I give him the money.
All right. Money goes away. Wonderful. Well, if there's anything else, you know where to find us. If you need a recommendation on someone to treat you, to teach you how to use their weapon, I do know a few folk out and about in these parts that might be able to help you. But yeah, you know where we are. So you gentlemen have a good day.
Alright, good day.
All right. So you guys hit up stores. Ein hits up priests.
Literally, coins.
Well, when I said throw, I wasn't fucking meaning literally. God damn it.
And all right. A day or two pass. Dell and Severus doing their nightly bacchanal of debauchery. And the Friday evening comes clear, crisp, and somewhat less smoggy than usual. A wonderful evening for a ball. How do you gentlemen want to attend the event? What is your plan of action?
Well, first, I want to give Meth this sword that we got for him.
Meth, you see Gideon and Solomon approach you, carrying an enormous
One of my eyebrows
long
goes up, and what's
present.
this gonna be about?
We got you a thing.
Oh?
Is it wrapped really obviously in the shape of a sword?
No, it's in a wooden box.
Ah.
It's to your eyes, it's just like a really long box at the moment, Matthias.
I look at the box.
Yeah, it's a gift wrap box at the moment.
And I
It's
open it
yellow
up.
and blue dots on the wrapping paper.
And I
Appears to
open
be
it
neatly
up.
wrapped. Alright, starts tearing into the wrapping paper, opening up, exposing inside the wooden container two small copper latches, keeping it shut.
And I open the box.
It's a bomb.
You flick it open, and suddenly Gene steals it. Inside, you see a enormous sword, double-handed. The pommel set like Imperial Aquila's. The hilt on the back on the pommel you can see is set with what looks to be a large garnet carved around with the Imperial Aquila again carved into it.
That's
And-
an awfully big sword, guys. I think I like my normal one now, and I'll show them my pimp out sword, which I always have by my side, by the way. Now I basically
Yeah, but you
sleep
can't
with
carve
it. I
from it
walk
like
with
two
it.
men.
Give that one a try first.
It's too big.
That's what she said.
Wow, what a
They
great
do make a good point, though. You can't carve 2 men in half with the current one you have.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll keep it. I'll keep it. It's a
fi-
really
it's
good
fine.
ceremonial.
I'll take it. What could go wrong?
Oh, yeah, okay. Give it to the one then.
Got it engraved and everything.
Sorry.
Wow. The priest is okay, so
It
I
says
still,
Mess Master Shop.
I bless the child. Thank you for the try, but it's okay, my love. It's okay, my child.
Severus, you get handed the fuck huge
Gideon, did you
Claymore.
give the receipt?
Yes?
Well, you can either take it back, Solomon, or I'll keep it.
I don't care
use it?
anymore.
I use it as a bookmark for one of my giant books.
Ah, of course. That makes complete sense. Oh god. Wow, what a
Because
prick.
it's like, what the hell are you people doing? Why is there a sword in this book? No, that's a bookmark. For in case I get attacked while I'm researching. It seems to happen to me occasionally.
Yeah, I think it happened once or twice, hasn't it? All right. So poor Solomon is absolutely crushed by the priest's terrible manners.
It's not that. I'm just trying to fucking not lie to him. As I said, I would never choose that.
It just makes
But
it
why?
worse, Solomon. It just like twists inside you. You're like, you tried to do something nice for your comrade, and
I
this is being a
appreciate the
stick.
gesture. I really do. I hug the little guy. Say it's okay.
Don't come near me.
Don't
You're
speak to me
dead
or my
to
son
me.
ever again.
God.
Okay. Solomon is left bereft. This is what makes people turn to chaos. Shame.
Keep a close eye on him now.
So in
You
the
guys
hard
are-
shell, there's a soft GUI center.
Yep, the soft grease center got lit on fire by a priest.
Now
Yeah.
dead.
The hot gooey center
Yeah.
actually was napalm.
We had $1 every time a priest sent the hot gooey center on fire.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so the rest of the week passes.
So yeah, me and Richter are just going to go as our guysy selves to the ball. I was
Alright.
assuming that Gideon and Solomon were definitely going to come along to try and make friends with the other bodyguards.
Alright.
And with Mephifius, I wasn't sure what you were planning to do, Mephifius.
Be
You
an
mentioned something
asshole.
about wanting to visit it. You mentioned something about visiting their priest or chapel or something.
That could be the case. I'm not sure. That's why I'm just checking.
Mephifius,
Yes.
what are you doing?
I don't know. I'm cursed. I tried to talk to the priest. I was all misunderstood. I almost tripped and, spilled all the money over him. He pretty much probably was throwing it at him, but it was just a mistake.
I'm
He
sure.
threw me out, and yeah, I feel really bad.
Well,
You
this will be a
should.
different priest. Maybe you'll have better luck.
Might I advise not assaulting him with currency?
Well, I tripped.
Donation!
Well, to be honest, Griffey, the first thing I was waiting for was Mephifius sits in the church. He concentrates to send something in the wall. Holy shit! He senses a heretical, unsanctioned psyker. Oh wait, no, that's himself. Other than that, it's fine.
I'm
Alright, so
not-
Mephifius, what are you doing? Are you going into with them to go socialite with the other help? Or are you going to what are you doing?
Yeah, I'll just follow the help.
Okay, you're all going to the same place. Alright. So you guys put on your prettiest dresses. Getting ready for
I'd
the
have to
ball.
go through the road.
What are you guys getting dressed in, Solomon and Gideon and co?
Armor, plasma pistol.
Okay,
This
so
is
you're
a
going.
social event.
Yes, it's a social event. It's going to be a ball, as far as you can tell.
I put on a nice hat.
Hmm.
Okay. It's wonderful. It has a feather cocked rakishly over one ear.
Brilliant.
Only the chicken wasn't still attached.
We're going hunting. What about you, Gideon?
Yeah, I would go to light power, but I think I think the ball might last for too long, so I'm not gonna put
It is
that.
a social event, just
I know.
FYI.
Just
It's a bit too excessive for there, so I'm gonna put something like fanciest armor I have. I don't know.
Okay, so you're basically
I
just both
like to
going
go
as...
matching with Solomon.
Okay, you're both fancy hatting. What about you, Ein? What are you going to be wearing to the ball?
I will be wearing my priest robes with my sword at my side and my pistol in my concealed holster.
Why does your chaplain have a sword?
The
Look at the sword. It's blessed. It's like inscribed to the fuck. It's pimped and inscribed.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you're
it's inscribed to the
everybody-
fuck.
The best answer to be, why has your priest got a sword? Why hasn't yours?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so the limousine gets pulled around for you guys. You head to the address given to you by the security guards. Arriving fashionably late or early or on time? What is you doing, Mr. Jathar?
No, we'll be fashionably on time.
Fashionably on time.
But scarily so. Like we walk through those doors at like as the clock ticks 17, .00.
All right. You guys arrive. Take a moment to straighten. The belt comes around. They take the vehicle away, leaving you guys standing outside of a very, very imperial estate. The whole hog, Gothic architecture, heavy stonework, Aquillas for fucking days, skulls. Like, if everybody condensed down like every bit of architecture in the Imperium, this manor would be it. And you can see that the front gardens that you guys have been driving through are well lit, all around by spotlights. You can see servo skulls floating around, some of them with banners or voxcasters or announcers and things attached to them. Others appear to be taking orders from guests. You can see people wandering around here and there, biding their time so they can come in a little later than some of the people that have already arrived. And before you can see a set of enormous double doors that are open. A very dark blue navy carpet leading into this hall. And next to it you can see the waiting form of a servitor. And you can see two other guests that the servitor is currently taking their coats. And you can see also a human gentleman wearing a exquisite tuxedo who bows and indicates inside to this other couple.
Before we get to him, remember, we're not concerned about the hunting of the humans. We're here to find out where they're getting their weapons from.
All right.
Indeed.
You guys march towards the door. I'm assuming Gideon and Severus at the front, or what are we doing?
I would think it would be myself and Deb leading
And
the way
Del.
with
All right. With them flanking you on the other side or on the back.
with the other guys behind us, kind of a few steps behind.
All right. You sweep up to the door, looking very, very fine in your disguise kit, with your heraldry that you've created for the servo skull and your weapons prominently on display, armor finely cleaned, courtesy of your comrade Frederick. Good evening, sirs.
Good evening.
May we take your coat?
Yes, thank you. I kind
So-
of get out of. Well, I let Dale help me out of my coat, and he can hand the coats to the help.
So you take them from you and trundles over to the left side into a little closet next to the door where they keep the guests' belongings. Very well, sir. And may we announce you?
Yes, Octavius Barbosa has arrived.
Very well, sir.
With his consort and my consort, Richter Mortis.
You know, if you need more titles, I have titles.
Oh, do you have my titles? Have you learned them this time?
Yeah, the son of the fifth house of Beta Z, holder of the sacred chalice of Rix, and heir to the holy rings of Beta Z.
Well, there you go.
Very
I
well,
kind of
sir.
gesture towards the person.
And your entourage? Will they be staying outside?
They will be staying wherever it's more customary for the help to stay during one of these events. I don't know where your master normally leaves them.
All right. You lot wait here. I'll be with you in a moment. I need to announce the gentleman. And he leads you guys up to the inner part of the hallway, pushes open a set of white wooden doors, and you look inside this manor. There's a courtyard that is open to the sky, and you can see the courtyard itself has got what looks to be barges floating in the middle of it. All of them lit up with these paper lanterns, almost like those Chinese lanterns. And on these barges, you can see there are gilded walkways connecting them. And there are dining tables set out on some of them where people are sitting, drinking, talking. You can see there's what appears to be a dance floor where you can see a full orchestra busy playing. And it's just basically mayhem. You know, there are dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of people inside here, all punting about, mincing about, wearing their, finery and forming little social groups that form for a moment, for a couple of minutes and then dissipate. You can see them, little small social circles like created, and then they break up again. They go to the next one, then they get broken up again. As people are walking around, some of them picking up on the latest gossip, others, renewing acquaintances and that kind of thing. And at the door to the right-hand side, there's a table where you can see there are masks laid out on it. And looking at the mask and looking at the people inside of it, you see that everybody is wearing a mask in here. Please, sir, mask yourself before entering. And you can see there are quite a few masks. There's one that appears to be a very red face with like large arcing eyebrows and a pair of horns coming from the head. Another appears to be a very long white mask that comes down well past your chin. The eyes cut as slits with a cloud pattern running across it. You can see a third one, just a blue, smooth, enameled, almost like a bowl, where you can see with eyes that goes up to just about under your nose, leaving your mouth and chin open.
Great. I will take the white one.
You take the white one. All right. And Del, which would you like to pick from?
The red one.
You're going to take the red demonic visage. All right. You two pull on the masks. They fit quite comfortably. And the gentleman announces your titles. Hippo, what are all those titles? Because you had a lot of them there.
It's hold on.
Octavius Barbosa.
Son of the 5th house, holder of the sacred chalice of Rix, heir to the holy rings of Betazed.
Good lord. Yes, it rolls from his tongue, because holy shit, that's a lot of stuff. And you see that few people look your way as you enter, but for the most part you're ignored as you guys enter. The servant bows and sweeps back into the room, closing the doors behind him, leaving you inside the ball. Right, you other lots. He walks up to you. Right, so, before the next batch of nobles arrive, so, this is pretty much going to be a night off for most of you, because this is one of the most heavily guarded areas inside of the city. So, I expect you to be on good behavior.
Alright.
Good. If you head down there, second room on your right side, you'll see there's a stairs going up to the next floor. Door underneath it. If you go down there, that's where the servants' quarters are. You'll get drink, wenches, and company there. Keep it civil. Don't break anything. I don't want to hear any trouble from the lot of you.
Alright.
Are we understood? Do we have a
We have
Cordier?
understanding.
Good?
I nod in my hat.
I like to take off the fucking hat off because I think it's dumb as shit and just fucking walk it in my hand.
You, priestly one. You going with these ones, or to go horror and drink, or what you going to be doing?
I mumble at him and follow my friends.
You what?
I mumble at him and follow my friends.
They haven't left yet.
Yeah, I stay with them.
Okay.
There with him
Apparently he's mute. Whatever.
He's a bit
I don't care
touched.
anymore.
Yeah, he's with us. I say with like obvious disdain in my voice.
Alright, now get out of here. I need to get the next bunch of these people settled. And he turns to the door and you see immediately that mask assert itself with polite inquiry. You guys head through the rooms indicated. You can see that the walls are decorated with family photos. You can see portraits. A lot of people standing in what looks to be military dress. Lots of bright buttons, brass metal, shiny metals, and you can see here and there inside of the home itself. You can see also mounted animal heads, that kind of thing. One room you go through's got an enormous picture, like a painted portrait of the sector painted on it with stylized images of leviathans consuming ships and alien creatures and that kind of thing. And you can see things like the Hive World and the Thule subsector and like Port Lockhart and things like that laid out and gold wire on it. You find the door going down, and as you open the door, you immediately start hearing music pumping out from below. And not the refined music that you guys have been exposed to over the last couple of days, but more down-to-earth pounding rhythm. Good time, from what you can understand. And you can immediately smell smoke as well. Somebody's busy smoking low cigarettes downstairs. as you enter and go inside, you see that there are quite a few people down here. It's more of an underground hall, and you can see there are rough tables set out. You can see some men wearing household uniforms, ties loosened, busy having a drink. You can see one man there who's still wearing the remains of carapace armor, with a girl dangling across one knee, drink in hand. In the corner, you can see some people there with homemade instruments, busy playing the music of their own. And a crude bar has been set up, mostly made up by a bunch of crates that have just been stacked up, and a couple of crude shelves have been created against the wall behind it, on which you can see bottles of liquor, and you can see there are bowls set out with snacks, peanuts, and the like. Very smoky, humid, close atmosphere, but pretty honest for all that, for what you can feel.
I go straight to the bar and get us all a drink.
I
As you
just
walk
found,
in-
like a place where I can like just start smoking.
Yeah, you could light up.
Sticks.
You can just light up. All right. You see Solomon veer off to grab his guys at the table. You head up to grab a drink. What are you doing, Ein? In this den of sin.
This
What are you
den of
doing?
sin, I'm gonna get a drink.
All right. You see, you and Gideon head up. Not Gideon. You and Solomon head up. Grab a couple of shot glasses and a bottle of something cloudy, and head over to a table and sit down. I'm catching a couple of glances from tables adjacent to you, but nothing too crazy. You can see there's quite a few people. You can see there are different house uniforms here. As quite a lot of the people down here have also arrived with nobles from other houses, the same as you have. And it appears to be this is not the first time that many of them have been at an event like this. Okay, so which group wants to do what first?
Well, from now, me and Richie just want to start to circulate. We're just going to see if we can hear anything.
I actually like that. You should call me Richie, and I will roll my eyes. And anyone who addresses me, I was like, no, it's Richter.
Yes,
Perfect.
I'll do exactly that. But we're gonna see if we can find the host to say hello, but otherwise we're just gonna circulate. See if we can
Alright.
hear anything interesting.
Okay. So you're just basically making a slow circuit of the barges, walking across the planks, walking
Yeah.
around servants, serving drinks, that kind of thing. You see a mass servant approach you with a platter, and you can see fine champagne glasses on it. Drink for you, sir?
Oh, thank you. I'll take one and I'll start sipping it, but I'm not, I'm not going to actually be drinking much at all, to be honest.
And you, sir? He looks at you, Richter.
I eyeball her and take the glass silently.
All right. Very well. She'll disappear away from you. As you make your way around, what are you guys listening for? What are you keeping your ears pricked for?
Well, I'm gonna keep my ears pricked for just people talking about things we could discuss. Be it hunting, be it anything to do with aliens, or even just the hunting industry. Nothing too hectic. I want to see if I can find a conversation for us to slide into.
I'm gonna listen for boasting, bragging, someone telling a wild body tale. See if we can find some. This is the type of environment people may brag in.
Okay, I need you both.
Are we
Sorry,
at
Anne?
a table like with a menu or something?
No. This
Not
isn't a
that
restaurant.
kind of
Aye,
place.
we're in like an underground makeshift bar set
Yeah,
up by
okay.
like
I don't know,
bodyguards.
maybe
Plebs.
They have a fucking cart with what they have.
This literally like homemade liquor.
They've got
Bar,
moonshine
not a
and they've got
restaurant.
petrol.
Yeah, okay. I pay attention, check if somebody is like watching us like intently, and see if I have a chance to like science without people noticing me.
Okay, I'm with you in 2 seconds. All right, Matt, I need you and Trash to both make an awareness and an investigation, a brain inquiry check for me, please.
All right.
Oh, inquiry is no scrutiny. Sorry, not inquiry. Stupid. Awareness and scrutiny. Don't know why I thought. Never mind.
Oh, that one's a fail.
Okay, do we know which one is a fail? Which one is a pass?
Wow.
Awareness was a fail. Scrutiny was an exceedingly good pass.
My
Alright,
awareness
and
was
would
a
have been?
fail, but I'm checking something here quickly.
Okay, we'll do you in a sec. Trash. Most of these people are just talking bullshit, alright? Like you're a city boy. You don't really give a fuck about the nobility insofar as they're not committing crimes or heresy. So most of them talking about their whiny bullshit and, oh, Claudia, my servant spilled some wine on my dress and it was absolutely awful and I had to have her flayed. You know, you're just like fucking cutting out 90% of the stuff.
He actually is with his Cybiers.
But what you are doing is you're a people person, right? You're used to the process of the hive. You're used to hunting down, chasing down your prey, and you are keeping an eye on body manner, on like the way people carry themselves, the way they hold their hands when they speak, the way they're placing their feet, their posture, and you immediately pick up on a group about 2 barges over from where you guys are standing at the moment, from the corner of your eye. And when you look closer, you can see this is also one of the larger gatherings with about 6-7 people standing together talking. One of them busy gesturing at the moment. Where you see one of the guests there, one of the masked guests, is far, far taller than the others surrounding him. And you can see he's a little bit hunched over, but your trained eye, you can see that it's on purpose. He's purposely trying to look more diminutive than he is. Not muscledness, but definitely much taller than the others. What about you, Mr. Severus? What
I
is your
failed
scrutiny?
the awareness, but I passed the scrutiny with 2 degrees of success.
2 degrees of success. You're looking around, and as you also look over at this table, you feel Richie's hand tighten on your arm for a moment, pulling your attention to the group over there, where you see this figure, tall, lanky, standing with this group, and it immediately something looks a little bit off for you.
You notice that?
Ooh, I think we know which group we should go speak to.
Yeah.
We'll
They
start
definitely stand out.
sidling up to them. Well, heading in their direction, put it that way. I don't know how many
Alright.
barges away they are.
2 from where you guys are at the moment. So you start slowly making your way past tables, servants, towards the barge where these guys are. Ein, you say you wanted to do a science check.
I'm gonna do like an awareness and scrutiny first, though.
Sure. What are you awareing and scrutinizing?
I'm just gonna like look around like the guys did.
Yeah, but what are you listening for, looking for?
Well, obviously heresy, some kind of scene or talk, and maybe
Obviously, heresy.
Talk.
maybe
boop,
some.
billy bleep bloop.
Yeah, guys, do you remember all the Xenos we fucked last night? Those were some good Xenos we
No,
fucked,
I'm
huh?
talking about something strange.
He's just
Alright.
keeping his eyes out for stuff.
Yes, all the stuff.
All this stuff.
Is this the awareness check?
Yes. What
Yeah.
are you trying to awareness?
I'm just listening for interesting stuff like heresy and
You
stuff
don't
about
hear-
All the
some
things that people
strange
discuss openly.
things.
Griffy, this is a fishing roll.
You don't hear any fish, unfortunately. No heresy, no sedition, as far as you can tell. Just most of these people down here just seem to be happy to be sitting around, having a couple of drinks, and not, like being paid to have a good time at the moment. That's the general gist of what you pick up from the surrounding conversations. Is that these people they're everyday Joes for the most part. Most of them are just happy to be there.
Okay.
Damn this lack of heresy!
Yeah, damn this lack of heresy. This is disappointing.
Are there any like suspiciously like scaly people that happen to have claws for arms sat at any table?
Yeah, or like
Or a
gills
third
or
eye.
something.
Or arms come out of their head.
Or
Are they on
gills.
No.
fire?
Doesn't look like you've got anybody like that, unfortunately, that you can
wow,
spot.
that's unusual.
I know, it is very strange.
Does
What about-
anyone look like a brood lord with a hat?
Damn it.
What about you, Gideon and Solomon? What are you guys doing?
So
You
what
both have got your
about my
drinks?
sim science check? You're not gonna do that, or?
You can if you want. What do you... Okay, sign your signs for me. Trying to get a feel.
Yep.
You mostly feel old.
I
Pretty
passed
much
that.
the general sense that you get. Old buildings. Been here for a long time. And it's got the
Yeah.
psychic impression of generations of servants and generations of nobility and that have lived here.
Nothing from the people.
Well, generally, like people around you feeling relief, relaxation, bit of horniness here and there, some lust. A couple of people feel like they're not in full control of their faculties. Pretty normal stuff as far as you can tell.
Okay, I'll just go about my business then.
Carries on getting drunk. All right. What about you, Gideon and Solomon?
On the way back to the table with the drinks, I just want to look around at any look in the corners and stuff, or any darker places where any groups of people having a more hushed, obviously more private conversation.
Are you looking for any mysterious figures that are offering quests?
Yeah.
You, like even by glancing around, you can see that there's a lot of people busy talking, like some of them leaning over, speaking a bit more quietly, but nothing that appears overtly sinister to your eye.
Then I will just kind of take a roundabout route, just listen out for anyone talking about hunting, I guess, or trying to show off about how great their masters are, or any new shit they got.
All right, make an awareness check for me as you walk past, just listening in as you walk past.
Fate point. 2 degrees of successo.
You make your way back to the table, going past a larger, more tattooed specimen. The one you noticed earlier that was getting stripped out of his carapace armor. And as you pass, you hear the girl on his knees say, "It is right awful. Some days they arrive and then all the clothing is splattered in blood. It takes hours to get it clean again. Not that they care." That's all you hear as you get back to your table.
Yeah, are there seats near them?
I mean, seats in a very loose term, but yeah, there's a couple of open crates and benches scattered around.
I'll take my drink and just try and sit as close, not next to the guy, but kind of near him so I can still hear him.
Alright, you sit down. Right, going back over to Trash and Jether. You guys are mincing your way through the press of people, but through the groups and lots of people to get to these gentlemen that are busy having a discussion, trying to just... Are you guys just going to rock up and just start talking to them, or are you going to hang back and try and listen in, or what are you guys trying to do at the moment?
We want to try and listen to see, kind of get the gist of what they're talking about. Once we have that, we'll introduce ourselves, because then we can be like, oh, we know about that, or something. I don't know.
We should also make small talk on the way there to make it look like we're naturally proceeding over.
Yes. Well, me and him are talking to each other. But
I don't think you're going to be happy if they think we'll be listening to them.
Alright, you guys make your way over, stopping here and there to exchange a word, pretending to know somebody. Oh, hello, Harold, blah, 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 blah. You know, doing the mingly thing.
We can just be saying hello. We don't know people, but we can just be introducing ourselves. Something.
You make your way over, and as you approach the group, you can see a gentleman wearing a very strange mask. It's almost like a lattice of mesh that leaves only the eyes visible. Notice you as you approach, and then break away from his group with a murmured word and walk over to you. Gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to my humble home. I see you found us easily enough, Octavius.
Oh yes, good evening. Thank you so much for inviting us here.
Oh, I'm
We
sure
were
it's
actually looking for you to give you our best wishes. Of course, it was slightly difficult with the this evening's arrangement.
Oh, well, one does what they can with what one has at hand. Of course, you have to deal with these little inconsistencies occasionally. Gentlemen, if you would please follow me. I see that you already have drinks, and I will introduce you.
Fabulous.
Indeed.
Come, Richter, come with me. I hear you're quite the avid hunter, and I have somebody I wish to introduce you to.
Oh, sir, there are many things I've been known to slay.
Oh, please come with me. And he leads you over to this group. Gentlemen, may I please introduce Octavius Barbosa, a gentleman who appears to be quite knowledgeable on the subject of hunting, who I have had the great fortune of meeting this week, one of my periodic trips to the inner city. And this is his consort, Richter. Please, gentlemen, please, come stand closer. Waves you in.
I walk up. Good evening, gentlemen. Are there any ladies present, or is it just men?
There's one of them that might be a woman. Everybody's masked, so it's quite difficult to tell,
So
but
then
from the
I'll
general
just
body
like-
shape.
I'll just be like, good evening. I am Octavius. This is my consort, Richie.
Look at everybody. Richter, please.
Oh, you get a few tittered hellos and good evenings and the like. We were just mentioning that you are such a avid hunter. And,
no, I never hunt, but Richter hunts, and I love watching Richter hunt.
Indeed.
well, we have a few interesting events lined up this evening as a post-meal entertainment. I do hope you gentlemen are willing to join us. If you are so inclined, we have quite a variety of sporting events, which I'm sure will get your blood pumping.
Oh, that sounds fabulous! But don't tell me we had to bring something. I mean, Richter. If we had known, Richter would have brought his favorite gun with him.
Oh no, that won't be a problem at all. You see, we have found a more interesting way of hunting, which I'm sure you gentlemen will find just positively delightful.
Well, that sounds lovely, doesn't it, Richie?
Yes, sir.
This gentleman over here is of the house Telos, and he gestures to the tall behind him. And you see him unfold his hand and like hold it out to you limply for a handshake or to kiss his hand. You're not really sure which. But the whole gesture just strikes you as wrong. Like this is suddenly off about it. Like the way the joints hinge.
Well, I give him a once again a formal bow, but not a very deep one, as if to say, we're both noblemen, but I'm probably more noble than you are.
All right. You see him stiffen slightly, and you can hear a sharp from your host as you do that. Well, that's certainly something. Come, let us take a table and get some food in here. And he leads you guys to a table. Going back to Hippo and Co. Gideon, what are you doing? You've been brought drinks by Solomon. And as a seasoned armorer, you're pretty sure that this is Chimera antifreeze.
Only the best.
Only the best. I mean, it's strong stuff. I mean,
What?
you can actually feel your eyes watering a little bit when you take a swig of it.
But what vintage is it?
Oh, it must have been M4108, I believe.
Delicious.
Delicious. All right, so you guys are having a couple of stiff drinks. Hippo, you've ensconced yourself. What are you doing, Ein? You and Solomon are busy sitting at a table. You've got a couple of drinks. What are you busy doing?
I'm just drinking my drinking and trying to listening in if I detect any heresy.
Heresy! Heresy everywhere! You feel a tap on your shoulder, Ein, from behind.
Yeah.
And you turn around and you see a bearded fellow bionic eye right side, a couple of scars on his face, and he goes, "Listen, Father, if you're a priest, you sure you won't be more comfortable topside?"
Well, I might be a priest, but I've probably seen more stuff than you ever imagined.
Look, not really my type, but was just thinking if you wanted to go to the chapel, things are likely to get a little bit rowdier down here later, and thought you were a man of the cloth. So sorry about that.
Well, I am a man of the cloth, but I've seen things still.
He looks at the drink in your hand.
Down it.
I finish it. I'll just down it.
Sure, man of the cloth. All right, I'll leave you to your drinks then.
Another drink! I yell.
The barman yells over. Then you can bloody well come get it yourself.
I look at the guy I look at the guy angrily, and I stand up and I walk to the bar and get myself another drink.
You realize it's not a restaurant, right?
I don't care. I still want some.
Okay. Highness going to apparently get shit-faced on antifreeze. So, Gideon, what are you doing? During this ruckus, you now have a lovely distraction in the room.
What I want to do. So, well, I mean, I'm not sure the room. What everything is in this room? I mean, obviously it's a bar, but are there like outside of the entrance we came in? Are there any like in the like other rooms or hallways or something?
It looks to be like a large cellar, maybe for storing or drying things as far as you can tell. There are crates scattered about, some of them getting used as improvised tables and chairs, that kind of thing. Doesn't really look like like it's got much in the way of furniture. Make a awareness check for me.
Wait, where's my awareness? Yeah, no.
You look around, you don't see anything too crazy, like no hidden doors or fake bookshelves or anything like that. You do notice in the one corner there's what looks to be a small trap door, but most people are just walking past it. It's closed at the moment. Nobody really paying it any mind.
I'll think on that for now. So I'll just continue listening.
Okay.
Or we hear anything.
No problems. Solomon,
Hello.
you've ensconced yourself near the table. Make a awareness check for me, please. See how much of the conversation you can catch over the music and the talking and the smoking.
All of it.
All of it?
3 degrees of success.
All right, that is pretty much all of it. From what you can gather, these people are busy chatting, are talking about how strange it is that often after these events, they get left by the nobles. They have to go home instead of escorting the nobles, and the nobles go out on their own without any servants, which is quite unusual because they don't nobody ever goes anywhere without taking their servants with them. And they often return during the night, and the next morning their clothing is often tattered or covered in blood, or otherwise, filthy, sometimes with mud or dirt, bits of leaves, grass stains, that kind of thing.
Interesting.
Okay, so going back to Trashy and Jathar.
Yes.
Yes, you guys are currently
Yes.
having dinner, having your entrees, eating the lovely food, delicious, as you've grown accustomed to this week. Nothing but the richest for the nobility. How would you guys like to steer the conversation?
Well, I think we would like to. Well, I'd like to steer the conversation in terms of about hunting, but then slowly start steering it into like weapons and what you use, because I'm good with business and I've got to let that's knowledge, so I can be like, where do you buy your weapons from? We found this to be good quality, yada yada, things like that.
All right. So, Richter, was it?
Yes.
What is your preferred way to make the kill?
It depends. If the beast has been a pain, I typically enjoy making it a little painful for them.
Oh, you like to get up close and personal?
I'm rather hands-on.
And I'm sure you are. So, tell us, what is your favorite way to dispatch the creature?
Well, that depends. If it's a good-sized beast, no obvious projectiles, I enjoy shock mauls quite a bit.
Leaving them stunned and vulnerable, do you?
That and I find after a couple of good whacks, the deed is done. If we want to make sure we can have something we can mount, shock maul is good to disable the beast, and then I can dispatch it with a knife.
Oof. Well, you do activist personally. Knives, you say? That's positively quaint.
Indeed. Well, if I'm close enough to shock them, I'm close enough to slit a vein.
But it takes an expert in anatomy to perform such a deed. Have you much experience in this matter?
I smile. As horrible and unusual smile as Delib would ever do. So it's like a nasty smile. I am well versed in slaying.
Oh, that's very good to hear. What are you doing, Matt, during this little conversation?
No, I'm just watching. I'm not going to do anything particular while they do all their talk about killing.
Okay, so
I
you're
just
just
enjoy to watch
keeping an eye.
anyway.
All right. Your meal gets served. Evening passes. You guys have some more conversations. Doesn't take long before most of the alcohol sets in, and many of the crowd becomes a little bit more or less uptight, I should say. A little bit more relaxed. You see here and there amongst the people, one or two of them have taken off their masks, revealing faces flushed, sometimes paint a little bit smeared. But for the most part, everybody's still maintaining their decorum. The tall gentleman to the right of you extends his hand in a very languid fashion. You see him pick up his glass, daintily sip from it through the mask, and for just a moment, you catch a glimpse of very, very pale skin and lips that are almost purple. So,
Would I, with my knowledge of Xenos, would I recognize anything potentially?
you can certainly try. It might be quite difficult overall, since you don't have a hell of a lot to go on.
Yeah, but
Other
I'm
than the fact
incredibly
that they're
suspicious
tall.
on account of being part of the Inquisition, so I'm happy to make a few.
Oh, you're welcome to try, like I say. You're welcome to make
Well,
that.
I'm just going to give it a go.
It might be a little bit tricky.
I make it with 5 degrees of success.
The fuck?
More.
Okay, so minus 30 still leaves you with 2 degrees of success.
More.
The fuck? How do you have that many fucking skill points in that shit?
For within Law Xeno, only 74?
Good lord. You sit, and while everybody's talking to Richter, you take the time to just observe, think, to put little things together. And you're sitting there, you're studying the way the joints are hinged, and the way the head is cocked, and the way that the subject moves. You're fairly sure that this is one of the Eldar. Very, like you're pretty sure. I mean, obviously, a closer look would confirm your suspicions, but you're almost 100% sure that this is one of them.
Okay, that's fine. I'll keep that to myself for a little bit while we carry on chatting.
All right, you guys carry on. Main meal served. You guys chat some more. Are there any particular things that you guys want to try and elicit from them, or can I skip past?
Well, I'm
small
going
talk.
to I'm going to turn to our host. It's like, out of interest, with all of your hunting, do you ever do much hunting off world, or is it all generally quite localized?
Well, the occasional off-world hunt, while entertaining, we have discovered a beast that is quite dangerous and very exciting to hunt in abundant supply, much closer to home.
So you don't do much traveling then outside of off planet.
Only with business. We keep to ourselves on this part of the Imperium. We're good Emperor-fearing folk. Don't see much cause for travel.
Okay, no, that's it. I'm just gonna leave it at that then.
Right. What about you, Del? What are you doing? You're just gonna carry on eating and just making conversation until you guys are done.
I'm a consort, so yeah, there's not a ton to do.
You're a pretty princess.
Yeah, that's just funny to me.
All right. So, going to Theus, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not near that alien, right? I'm not in the same room, right?
Nope.
I'm just sitting around and I'm just sipping at this antifreeze stuff.
Okay.
I'm
All
not
right.
sipping it too fast now after, the showmanship. I'm taking it slow.
All right. And what about you, Gideon?
I want to kind of like start randomly, well, not randomly, but semi-randomly exploring like the area I'm in, and if anyone starts getting like curious as to what the hell I'm doing, I'm just gonna ask them, like, just like starts looking at me or something. I just like ask them where the hell, where the fuck you could take a leak here.
All right.
Just like looking around.
Yeah, you look around. You don't see anything marked as a bathroom specifically, but you get up, ask one of the people, and they direct you outside of the room where the bathroom would be. You have to go back up out the stairs. There's a bathroom outside for servants that you can use.
Okay.
All right. What are you doing, Hippo?
Can I get up and like make my way towards that trapdoor,
Sure.
and then just kind of casually just open it up?
Yeah, you get up, walk over. Nobody's really paying you any mind. Pull open the trapdoor. Down below, you can see crates, metal crates stamped with the Minotaurium symbol. You can see a couple of barrels. Nothing too crazy, as far as you can tell.
Do we all have our microbeads on? I assume we would.
Either on or hidden.
I'm assuming that the three of you have your microbeads in.
I don't
Yeah,
think
we
we
might.
would, because wouldn't be nobles wouldn't have their
Del
microbeads.
has
Yeah.
Del has them built into his fucking ears anyway.
Yes,
Oh, yes, Del does.
Actually, yeah. Look, if I can, Del, how's it going, Del?
I just do 2 beeps back.
I don't speak beep. Was that 2 beeps for good?
2 beeps back.
Wait, no, I should have clarified. What? 1 beep for yes. Was that 2 beeps for good? 2 beeps for no, please.
1 beep back.
All right, great. Gideon, do you reckon we might find anything out if we stuck around in this basement?
Where am I at the moment?
You're taking a massive leak.
Is anyone else here?
There's a fellow that's just kind of like standing, arm above his head, leaning against the wall at the moment. You know, the drunken pee, where you're trying to keep your balance, but at the same time not splash anything on the ground.
Wait, what do you say again, Hippo?
Do you reckon we could learn anything if we snuck around the basement? There's a hatch.
Alright, do it. I kind of mumble to myself.
Alright, meet me down here. And I drop down the hatch.
Are you climbing into the thing?
Yeah.
All right. It's not a very large space. Probably about 5-6 meters across, all told. You see some barrels. You see a couple of crates, some sacks. Nothing too crazy.
And some of those crates were like had Munitorium stamps on.
That's right.
Should they be having these?
I don't know.
Let's open up one at random.
Sure. Open it up. Look inside. To see lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of soap.
Huh. Meth
Well, I
could
don't
use
think
this.
they're criminals. I think they're pretty clean.
Get the fuck out. I'll start like digging around the corners and see if there's any like hidden shit.
Sure, make a scrutiny check for me.
Nah.
Nah. It looks like they keep like a lot of the servant supplies down here. From what you can tell,
It's
opening
Chekhov's
boxes and
cellar.
things. Pretty much.
You mentioned it. I had to look in there.
That gun was fired in Act 2.
Well, whilst I'm down here, then I'll just microbead back to Gideon and Meth. I overheard some of the people talking that sometimes after these events they send all their servants home, and then the nobles go out and do something weird, and then they come back covered in blood and all tattered and shit. I think that might be hunting.
Sounds like heresy to me.
If they're gonna send everyone home, maybe we should hide in this basement. And then we can sneak.
Yeah.
Not very sneaky.
You could just hide in here then.
Okay.
Okay. Del, what are you doing? You're hearing this conversation on the microbead.
Del, is this a good idea?
2 beeps back.
How many beeps?
2 beeps.
Del beeps. He beeps
Beep,
bad.
beep, beep.
He bad beep. Maybe not a good
I
idea.
thought two beefs was good.
Wait, Del, I'm confused. Was again 2 beeps? Was that good?
We'll just do 1 beep back.
Okay, no. Del says that's good.
What else can we do? Just beep 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 beep.
You guys have to learn Morse code, like really.
Morse code. Holy shit.
Okay. So, Hippo, are you going to stay in the cellar?
Yes.
Okay. Liddy, what are you doing?
Hey,
I-
hey, guys! Before we do that, I take a drink and I squash a drink at everybody's, belly. So, if they say anything, you just say we passed out, and we will
Yeah, I
go.
was gonna say I want to like get a drink down here so I can pretend I'm just drunk and got lost.
Yeah, so I'm gonna squash, put drinks around their face, so we smell a little of booze.
Make a deception check for me, Ian.
Can I help?
Sure.
I tell him, no, you don't pour the drink around that hole. And I failed anyway.
Wow.
Fuck it, fate point.
Ian is like making it like really obvious, that he's like pouring drinks on you guys.
Wow.
He's not even pouring alcohol on us.
You better hope it's alcohol.
Why don't I
Um,
roll? I only rolled shit today.
Because you used up all your luck on Pot of Excel. It's okay though, because everybody here is apparently fucking blind. Oh, wow, that's a 58 and a 59. And a 79. Yeah, nobody notices you guys. They're all pretty much engrossed in their conversations and things. Nobody really notices a priest busy pouring out random drinks onto other people. and you guys, one by one, pop down the hatch, disappearing from sight. As far as you know, unnoticed. All right. So, Dell, what's up, lady?
So what's actually in the cellar? Is there anything except it's just like a dark ass room?
It's just a dark ass room
Okay.
with like a small ladder going up and crates with mundane supplies in them. Soap and you find a really exotic collection of paper clips and
Several
stuff like that. It's just like random bric-a-brac as far as you can tell. You're not even sure how long it's been down here. Like, judging by the dust and the spider webs, probably some time.
Stamped with M30.
Yep.
Pre-heresy paper clips.
My god. So, Thor and Dell.
Yes.
You have 3 comrades that have covered themselves in alcohol and they're hidden in a basement.
I'm completely oblivious to this, so I'm having a great time.
You're having a great time. You guys finish up, have your dinner, have your after meal smoke. You guys are relaxed, liquored up,
Pre-orgy booze.
pre-orgy booze.
Post-orgy booze.
Not yet. And you see Isaris turn to you. So, gentlemen, will you be joining us for the festivities this evening, or will we be engaging you at a later stage?
Oh no, I think Richie would love to do a bit of hunting. Is that not? Isn't
Indeed.
that right, Richie?
Yes, sir.
I kind
it
of
is.
pat him on the shoulder and the arm.
Very well. You see Isaris reach into his jacket and pull out a shot, a syringe, a very short little one. And you see him hold it up to his arm and inject it in. There you go. Get rid of the alcohol. So, if you fine gentlemen would please follow me. And he gets up from the table and gestures to one of the barges that is anchored to a wall, and you see behind it a door leading out to the other side of the house.
All right.
We'll
so
just
this
go
is
on.
go time.
Okay, you guys head out, chatting as you go, walking past some guards. You eventually see him dismiss one of them following you, and eventually lead you out to a pair of ground cars parked outside. No servants to drive them. And you see that these are definitely built to survive more rugged environments. Larger wheels, you see a couple of mud splatters. The back, although robustly built, you see is still very, very fine leathers. Please, gentlemen, please, if you please climb into the back. I will be your entertainment and driver all in one this evening. I've been enjoying getting very hands-on with this kind of thing. So if you would all just please relax in the back, I will be taking us to our destination. We can get
Marvelous.
started. And you see Telos climb into the front along with him. And with a rumble, you guys depart. And you can see grounds going past you, trees, manicured lawns, shrubs, hedges, and the like. And eventually, after a good 10 minutes drive, you guys arrive in a wooded clearing where some lights have already been set up, spotlights casting a circle of white phosphorus luminescence in the middle of this darkened wood. And as you step out of the vehicle, you can see what appears to be 3 almost like, I suppose it's easier if I draw it. You see 3 metal pieces on the ground that look kind of like this. You see laid out in places on the ground here amongst the leaves and dirt. And on the other side of them over here, you see the cuffed forms of what appear to be people. All in clothing, some of them sporting bruises on their faces. Here and there you see patches of dried blood on their clothing, and all cuffed hand to foot. And behind these metal plates set into the ground, you guys see a table laid out And as he approaches, he touches, and you see the table itself actually fold open. And inside you can see firearms, las guns, hunting rifles, pistols, a few axes, swords, and the like, daggers, all laid out. Gentlemen, tonight, these fine fellows have volunteered to be our evening's entertainment. The objective is quite simple. We give them these tools, and he gestures at the table next to them, and we tell them to run. If they make it off the property, then they're free to go. They're welcome to try and fire upon us. They're welcome to try and deceive us, to escape, to elude us. And in so, they will provide our entertainment for the evening. Isn't that wonderful? And you can see there are 3 people on the ground, 2 men and a woman. The 2 men themselves see thick muscles, gang tattoos, quite scruffy, oily skin, look like they haven't seen a bath or shower in quite some time, greasy hair. The woman looks like she might have been a prostitute or a pleasure girl. You can see her face is still smeared with paint and makeup and things from her time on the street, wearing the remains of a tattered dress. Now, as for us, we have a delightful contrivance that we will be using in the hunt. I'm sure you gentlemen are all familiar with hunting rifles and the like. Well, we have a special treat for you. And you see him walk over to the left side, and you see a small black case. Looks almost like it's made out of stone lying on the ground. And you see him open it up, and inside you see some kind of satiny, almost polyester-looking fabric. And you see him reach down and pull out what looks almost like a wetsuit. Although in places you can see some kind of articulation on the joints. Your weapon will be this. Whoever wants to be our lucky hunter this evening will be wearing this. And with this, it makes your entire being a hunter. A hunter of exceeding prowess. So, who wants to be a lucky winner tonight? Richter,
Ooh, I just clap. I'm like, ooh, Richter, Richie, quick, put your hand up.
I raise my hand.
Del's like, this seems an awful lot like Heresy.
Heresy? What?
Okay.
People.
Del lifts up your hand, steps forward. Here you go. I'm sure you will find it to be quite form-fitting.
I'm sure I will.
If you're shy, you can disrobe behind the car, but don't dawdle. We'd like to get the festivities started.
All right.
So,
So,
you've got the creepy, weird wetsuit thing. What would you like to do?
where did you come upon such a
Well,
thing?
I will help Del put it on because I'm lecherous, and also it'll give me a chance to actually have a look at it
All right.
myself.
It seems to be some kind of fabric. You're not really sure what. You've never seen anything like this up close before. In your hand itself, it feels smooth, almost like liquid sliding off of your palms. It's almost slippery. It's not wet or greasy or anything like that. It's just the nature of the fabric itself. It's almost satiny in a way.
Could I try to tell what this is, or it's like general origins?
It's definitely not human. That's the best you can make of it at the moment. You can see that the suit itself is quite not suit, but the material itself is quite bulky. You know, like wide sleeves, wide pants, legs, that kind of thing. Yeah. And you can see there are a couple of. They look almost like diamonds set into each sleeve.
Ew. Okay. Well, I'm just going to help Del into it. We're surrounded by people, so I'm not going to actually say much except you can do it, Del. This is gonna be marvelous.
I'll under my voice. How much evidence do we need?
Slightly more than this.
All right. So you put it on. Ends up to it hangs off of you. It's almost like pajamas. And you hear from the other side of the car, Victor, darling, right sleeve, just tap the stud there.
I'll tap the stud.
And suddenly you must make a willpower saving check for me, please.
Oh boy.
You can do it. Oh!
Your world just goes white as pain washes across your body. Jafar, you looking at the form of Dal, you almost step back from him immediately as the material seems to expand and then suddenly contract, becoming skin tight across Dal's body. And you suddenly hear a sharp crack as his spine snaps and he gets bent forward onto all fours, and you see the material sinuously moving across his hands, his feet, his face, enclosing his entire body. And you see ridges start to appear, knife-edged claws from the hands themselves, spines on the back, and you hear another sickening crack as you see his joints distend, shape, turning into long paws like those of a cat on the back. The front of his face folding open like a bleeding muzzle of some hunting animal. Del, the only thing you feel at this moment is just agony as your entire body is
Heresy.
remade by the alien device that you're currently wearing.
I did pass with 2 degrees of success.
I know, that's why you're still conscious.
What's the name of the host again?
The long tall
Gregor
guy or the other guy? Oh, okay.
The other guy.
That's what Hippo said.
What did you get? What is it, sorry?
Asarius.
Asarius, darling.
Yes, dear?
I just look at him. I look at Del. I look at him. I kind of pinch the bridge of my nose. It's like a little warning would have been lovely. Do you know how hard it is to find such fine companions these days?
Oh, don't worry, it's not permanent. It'll be wear off in a few hours. Now, I need you to step over here behind these little force fields projectors over here, because we're going to be giving the weapons to the prey.
I stroll over and I stand in the force field.
Trashy.
I do hope so, because I've grown quite attached to Richie. He is such a marvelous specimen.
Oh no, don't worry. We've seen this in action before. It can be a little bit startling. It's just a part of our little joke. Noticing reactions for the first time, it can be quite amusing and rather telling about a person's character.
Oh yes, delightful.
Trash, you feel the pain subside and your mind clear, and the night is suddenly just lit up. Like, it is essentially daylight for you at the moment. You can sense everything. You can hear the individual heartbeats of the people on the other side, the rapid tattoo of the people on the ground, and the more sedate heartbeat of the people behind the force field, mingled with a couple of the more excited ones, heavy breathing. You can hear the insects buzzing around the nightlife. You can hear the wind sweeping through the grass. And you can just feel power flooding through your body. Like you feel like you pick up the car and tear it in half.
This is heresy.
This is fucking double heresy. Yes? What are you doing?
Delimiter hates heresy.
Yes?
He might have to kill a bitch.
I mean, yes, that's certainly a thing that Del could do.
Let's see here.
Well, would you could define heresy as using Xeno items?
That's double heresy.
No. I mean, seriously, think about it. Would you define heresy as using Xeno items? I mean, this is not against the Emperor per se, as it is just bad. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's up to Del.
You don't. Do you hate Xenos, or do you hate people that hate the Emperor?
Well, his entire life was ruined by heretics. So
What
he
type of
hates-
heretics?
these would have been like Nurgle Heresy.
It's up to Dell.
Well, I'm just giving you food for thought. But go ahead. I'm behind a force field. I'm fine.
Okay, so I look around and I try to get an idea for how covered these people are with this force field.
It's a force screen, so it'll stop gunfire, but you can still walk through it. So if somebody were to turn around and start taking pot shots at them, it would deflect the bullets. But if you were to just walk up to it, wouldn't stop you. It wouldn't keep you out.
So
By
we
the way,
have.
You have no backup if you try this.
This is true.
Yeah, but this is Dell.
He's also in a fucking murder suit. That he doesn't know how it works.
Yeah, maybe the fucking Eldar knows how it works and you just turn him off and fucking kill him.
It's not you guys, it's Dell. What is Dell doing?
Let's see here. He'll walk over and push on the force field.
Yeah, you just
force screen.
step through it. Easily
Okay.
let you through.
All right. I think we need to do some field testing.
Well, I see Dale step forward, step through it, and I kind of step away from the host. I'm like, you see, the problem with playing jokes on people is that if you had told me about this in advance, I would have told you that Richie has no sense of humor, so to speak.
Oh, what do you mean? What is you doing, Dell?
What about the people who are going to be the bait?
They're still on the ground at the moment. They haven't been released yet.
Can I speak?
You can try.
I look at the people on the ground and try to say, run.
The only thing that comes out to your ears, Jathar, is a wet, coughing bark, almost like a jaguar with phlegm.
I just look at the people on the ground. I'm like, for people who are about to be eaten,
They're chained. They can't move.
Oh,
They're still locked in.
aren't they supposed to be unlocked?
We were getting to that, darling. You were saying something about Richie hating jokes.
Well, I'm just warning you. He's hating jokes, and you seem to have a force field here that doesn't really stop much.
Oh no, that's just for the projectiles. I mean, we are handing them live weapons. Wouldn't want to make this completely unsporting.
Oh, okay. Oh, you need force fields for that. Oh, I understand.
Look stupid quizzically. What do you mean, dear?
Oh no, nothing. Don't worry about me. It's so quaint here what you do in the along the edges of the sector. Please go on.
Let me just roll something here quickly. Matt, make a deception check for me. Sure.
A degree of success.
Degree of success. Okay. You just barely passed it. You rolled a 29. Perhaps you're right. He walks over and the projectors click off. Seems like he has a control wand or something upon his person somewhere. Bends over, uncuffs the first gentleman, kind of kicking him in the side, pushing him away from him. Keeps an eye on him. Unlocks the second one. Unlocks the third woman. You see the men are all sitting up, kind of rubbing their hands at the moment, their wrists. What are you doing, Del?
Waiting.
For?
I'm full of hatred.
Yes,
right,
you are.
But I don't know what I can do. Like, I don't know if I try to attack. I mean, these guys are very, very nonchalant about having a gigantic murder being next to them.
Yeah, remember, they also assume gigantic murder being is one of them. You're not too worried about a gun if the gun is yours.
This is true.
So
I'm gonna wait until these people get a chance to move.
I was,
Cyrus
it
is
was
gestures
loaded
at the
and pointed
table.
at me.
Pick your poison, gentlemen. If you make it off the property, you get to live. If you don't, well, I'm sure there's more of you. And you see the men kind of like hesitate and start inching over towards the table, expecting some kind of trick. What are you doing, Jathar?
Oh, I'm just watching.
All right. See one of them pick up a blast pistol, kind of like aim it at you guys. Zars goes, Are you sure you should be doing that instead of running?
I step towards them.
Man looks at you, like wondering what the fuck this thing is. Turns around and starts running away. Immediately just start hauling ass as quickly as he can. And the other two, seeing that he's running, also immediately, one picks up a last rifle and the woman just grabs a knife and starts running after him. Away from you guys. And you need to make a willpower saving throw for me, please.
Fail.
Alrighty. I need you to roll a... So Jathar plus Eldar plus 5p. It's going to be d7. Let's do a d8. Roll a d8 for me.
Six.
As they start running away, you feel something get injected into you. A warm cocktail of drugs and just pure liquid anger. And you feel your claws actually tighten on the ground as you immediately just feel the need to start running after these two, to hunt down the prey, to rend, to kill. And it takes all your effort to kind of try and hold on a little bit. And you look over at the crowd that's watching you, some of them with approval, some of them with very visible arousal. And you just
These
start
noblemen are
lurching
creepy.
forward. They're supposed to be creepy. And you start lurching forward. Who are you diving for first?
Towards the crowd of nobles.
Alrighty, I'd like you all to roll initiative for me, please.
Even us hiding in a basement covered in booze.
Except for you gentlemen and hiding in booze. Oh wow, that's pretty good. Oops.
Initiative is what?
It's +6 for you.
Okay, so it's a D10.
+6.
So that's
Well, mine is
13.
9.
Okay, Jathar is pretty good actually for a scribe. What's your strategy?
Is it D10 plus agility bonus, or is it just D10
Your
plus
agility
6?
bonus is currently +6. So
Okay.
it's D10 plus whatever. What did you roll?
13. I rolled a 7, so that's 13.
13. Poor Dell. Alrighty. And Cyrus rolled a 10 because he's a badass. I rolled awful. The scrubs. And I rolled. Okay. So, Dell, top of the initiative order. What are you doing? Let's get some models on the table to make it a little bit easier for you. Just gonna grab some random plebeians. I was gonna use these cultists. Why not? There we go.
Oh, I need to change my model back to a scribe.
That's fine. I'm just gonna use the tall guy will be Plague Bearer because why not? Good enough. And Isaris will be the poor conscript who's about to get eaten. Alrighty, let me just clear off the table here a little bit. Erase lines. Bam. Okay, so nobles are standing over here, standing over here, standing over here, along with Isaris. And there we go.
Well, wouldn't
And force fields.
Isaris be near closer to the front because he just went forward and let everyone free.
We'll move him in a sec. Projectors on the ground. Yeah, there's Isaris. He's closest to you. And then there's some people running in the opposite direction, which I'll just use Chaos Space Marines for, because why not? The most dangerous prey.
Those guys got pretty big, pretty beefy, pretty quickly.
Okay, so these guys are hauling ass in that direction. Okay, and Trash, you are? Where are you? Davros, Dilip. Okay, so Dilip, top of initiative.
Yes, I literally just touched the screen. I would go for the host first.
Okay, he's closest to you anyway because he's just let them loose. Mm-hmm. So, what are you doing? You just running, pouncing? What are you doing?
I would pounce and try to chew off his neck.
Works for me. Alrighty, make a weapon skill attack for me and add +30 to your normal bonus. So melee attack.
That's and my weapon skill is 40. So that's 2 degrees of success.
Alrighty, he's going to try and... Well, actually, it's a surprise round, he doesn't. I was going to say he's going to try and parry you, but then I just realized, no, that's not going to happen because he didn't expect that. Alrighty, so you just jump on top of him and immediately go through the throat, trying to go for the jugular, bite it out, kill him immediately. Make a damage roll for me, roll a d10, and then add 2 to your normal strength bonus.
Wow.
I'm fake pointing that shit.
Okay. What's your strength bonus?
Normally it's 4.
Okay, so it's +2, so it's 10 points of damage. Alright, so you just hop on and immediately just go for the throat, and just so you're treated to the lovely mental image of a noble in front of you, his head almost getting ripped off of his spine, as Dal just turns around and just rips it out, dropping him to the ground, splattering your finery in a fine crimson spray. Jathar, what are you doing? Oh, sorry, Essaris is first. Sorry, I actually wrote it down wrong. Sorry about that.
That's no worries.
Essaris is 10. He's on the ground, busy bleeding out. Let's see if he actually manages to do anything, because he has to make a willpower saving throw. No, never mind, he's fucked. Okay, sorry. Yes, Jathar, you're doing what?
I am going to switch on my Rosarius, which I'm wearing.
Is that a half action, or what is that?
I think so, as far as I know. Yeah.
All right.
Just a button on my necklace, I assume. Step back from the group in total and be like, Richie, we're trying to make friends.
Okay.
Like literally, you've got to remember that these nobles think they're badass. I'm acting as a noble from like the
larger city.
The larger city. I'm like, oh, I've just killed some lesser nobles. Damn. Oh man.
Oh man. All right, Telos' turn. He's going to take one look at you, Del, and he's just going to take a few steps back. And you see him pull from inside his robe a very long, serrated-looking gun. It looks incredibly overwrought and ornate compared to what you're used to. And you hear a soft whisper as something fires from the front of it.
I'm sorry, Del, I have no weapons on me, so...
And you notice a sliver of crystal slam into your front arm, dripping some kind of green substance. And you feel agony, even more so than when you were turned by this thing.
Can I attempt to dodge?
You may.
Does he get a plus to dodge?
Yeah, and remember his agility is currently 60, so...
Reroll that.
Well, hold on. No, your agility is 60. What's your dodge? Have you got more than 1 point in dodge? Because that'll be giving you +10 each time.
Yeah, my dodge is 55.
Yeah, okay, but what's your normal agility?
My normal agility is 45.
Then you would have a 70 now because your agility's gone up and your dodge skill also gives you a +10.
Yep, that's correct.
So that's a pass.
So you managed to juke out of the way, the sliver embedding itself in the ground. Alrighty, the 3 scrubs. This one's just going to be like, start running the opposite direction. This one, shit, none of them really have guns with them. Yeah, they're going to haul ass. They're going to be like, fuck all
no,
this.
don't run. We were just having fun.
Okay, Del, you see the targets fleeing away from you. Immediately, willpower saving throw for me, please. The prey is running.
Nope.
Nope. You start bounding after them. Immediately, just you need to murder something. You just need to feel blood run through your claws. You need to just kill. You need to sink your teeth into something. The blood in your muzzle is just not enough right now.
Would he not murder the thing that was shooting at him?
He's just straight going for these guys at the moment. Like
Okay,
that run kicks in his like chase reflex. Just immediately wants to go for it. You can easily catch up to them because of agility. But anyway, so you start running after these guys. What are you doing?
I'm going to break his backbone by swiping through him.
Okay, so you're just gonna kind of like cut through it with your claws.
Yep.
Okay, make an attack for me. So you're essentially doing a charge attack at this point.
We succeed.
Yep. Alrighty, roll damage for me. Jathar, what are you doing during all this other than the please no, don't go?
I'm going to nonchalantly walk up to the table that had all the weapons on it and pick up a sword. And then
I'm getting so
walk up to our
frustrated with
host.
that.
Okay, sorry, Trash, your normal strength score is how much? +4, right?
Yeah.
+2 is 7. Alright. You manage to stagger the first one and knock him to the ground, but you don't quite manage to sever the spine like you wanted to, but you do manage to fling him down. Alright. Jathar, sorry, you're walking over to the table and you're picking up a sword.
Yes, and then I'm going to nonchalantly walk up to the host. Our host, is he still alive or is it just the bit?
He's moving around, but he doesn't look like he's in good shape. He's probably not going to make it without medical attention.
Well, I just crouched down next to him. I'm like, told you that was not the best idea. I wish you had said something in advance. And then I suppose I can only start searching him once I get to the next round, eh?
No, I suppose you could do something like another half action. What are you looking for?
I'm just going to see if there's any. I mean, this I'm pretty darn sure this is Xenotech, and I'm going to see if I can see anything in a pocket that might relate to this.
Make scrutiny check. Come on, scrutiny.
Yeah, make that with a degree of success. No, I just make it. Damn, I make it, but not with a degree.
Well, it's not like he's
point
hiding
shot.
anything from you, but you see a small black spider-like device in his breast pocket. That's definitely not of Imperial design that you pull out.
Ooh, I'll better take this for safekeeping, my friend.
Right, you can see he's not even really paying attention to you. Most of his attention being focused on trying to keep his blood inside of him at this point.
That's fine. I give him my handkerchief. I stand up.
All right. Telos' turn. Seeing you ransack the body of the noble, you see him raise the gun and fire at you.
Okay.
Yes, Hippo. 35, that's a hit. Would you like to
Okay.
attempt to dodge?
I'm going to attempt to dodge.
Dodge with your crotchety old man. Oh, these guys are still running.
We.
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is roll for my Rosarius,
Okay.
which is a 40% chance of just deflecting anything.
Okay. Unless it overloads and explodes.
There's just a flash of light.
Okay. You're left standing unaffected.
I just look at him quizzically.
Okay. He smiles at you, puts away the gun, and reaches inside his clothing and pulls out a short wand, probably about 4 inches long, and presses a button, and you see piece by piece a long silver serrated blade start assembling itself out of what appears to be thin air. And you see him take the mask off with the other hand, and you look up at the cold, impassive, almost impossibly beautiful features of a Dark Eldar.
Del, we seem to have a bit of a Xeno here.
Del's just like, murder fucking kill! Alrighty,
I'm
so
assuming his hearing is really good.
it is really good, but you're assuming
And-
that Del at this point is
and-
interested in anything beyond slicing people's
And
spines.
I remember that Del was just talking about his incredible hatred for heretics, which probably would count for Xenos as well. Which would
Del.
motivate him to come and murder this person rather than the fleeing nobleman.
The nobleman on the ground next to you manages to roll over and look up at you, and you see him go, "Please, please don't kill me, please." What are you doing?
Hold on. Ooh. Let's see. I have to smack him like the bitch that he is.
Darling!
Use him to smack another bitch.
Yeah. Can I Can I try to get my senses together?
Yeah, make a willpower saving throw for me. It's gonna be really difficult with a wounded prey on the ground right in front of you, just begging for a murdering.
49.
1.
What's your willpower?
40, I think.
Almost. Like the lure is just
In the face,
too
white
much.
man.
You're like, there's something in the back, buzzing, annoying, not really important right now. What is important is making this mewling in front of you stop.
Oh, then we're gonna try to swat his head clean off.
Alrighty. Just make a straight roll for me. Since it's a prone, really disemboweled man.
Yeah, I think I do.
Doesn't take much effort. You put one paw on his chest, other one to the right side of his head, and just... You just hear vertebrae crack as you just rip it off, straight off. Spraying blood in an arc away from you. Ahead of you, hearing the sound, you hear a high-pitched screech start from one of the people running away from you.
I howl.
You guys just hear this bloodthirsty roar from behind you, Mr. Jathar.
In front
Your
of me.
turn.
Oh, whatever. I look in Dell's direction and I just, that world-weary, sad shake of the head of disappointment. Like, sometimes in the Inquisition, you just got to do everything yourself. I kind of scoot over. I'm not going to attack it because I'm still not dumb, but I'll head closer in Dell's direction. But keep my guard up. Now that I got a sword.
All right. Telos looks over at you, smiles. You see the eyes are that disturbing black and black that the Darkin are known to have. And he suddenly runs at you.
Of course.
And jumps and tries to make a cut as he goes past you. Let's make an attack.
Boy, I bet you wish you had a microbead or some form of
I
training
do,
with guns.
I suppose the problem is we didn't really plan for this, so such is life. C'est la vie.
C'est la vie. You can make a dodge roll for me if you wish to dodge.
I think I'll do that.
Does the Rosaris work against melee attacks?
I do not think so, but I do make the dodge. I'll check the Rosarius in the meantime.
No problem. You feel a thin cut across your neck as he lands behind you, followed by a burning sensation.
I did make the dodge.
You did?
Okay, that's fine then.
Dark Eldar have some fun perks. Make a toughness test for me, please.
I'm just checking my Rosarius quickly. Hold on.
While you're doing that, these poor scrubs are going to carry on running the hell away. Don't know where they're going, because there's not really anything near you guys. Del, what are you doing? You've just
good.
now ripped somebody's head off. You see two scrublings busy running in the other direction.
Something's
Willpower saving
nagging
throw.
me. I don't know what it is. What is it?
So Matt, which one have you got?
Oh, I've got a refractor, but it looks like it does actually. They do work against
Yeah,
head damage.
again, it's close.
Yeah, as long as you roll under 30, it evades.
Yeah, it just says attacks, so.
All right. Del, there's something nagging you, but you just... There's a murdering that needs to be done here, man.
Yep. I scream out, "Run! Run, piggies!"
Piggies. Just thought you hear the coughing roar once more from Del, and he just goes bounding after the two remaining noblemen that are still on their feet.
I just sigh.
So, what are you doing, Jathar?
I'm gonna hit it with my sword.
Okay, spin around, take a whack at the Dark
And
Eldar.
I make it with 2 degrees of success.
Dark Eldar ducks under the blade, evading
course
the
it
blow, and makes a parry in the response, slashing at you. Ooh, okay, never mind. It misses its parry. Fuck! Okay. Misses you just barely. You're too doddering compared to the opponents that it's used to fighting. And it just completely misses you because it misjudges how much you're going to actually attack it back. All right, Del, you're bounding after these poor fuckers running away from you. What would you like to do with the next one?
Ooh, let's see. There is that nagging feeling in the back of my head.
There is.
Oh, 1
Ooh.
degree of success.
You're like, wait a minute. Where's Severus? You stop, listen for a second, and you hear the sounds of weapons clanging and the Rosarius flashing behind you. You turn
Ooh.
around and you see that there's a very, very tall, definitely non-human figure engaged in combat with Severus at the moment.
Xeno scum!
And Severus is just shaking his fist at it, as my model is. Damn you, young people!
Damn you, Monkar! Alright. So, what are you doing, Trash?
I'm going to
Start bounding backwards this way.
I'm going to do a charge dash move to get close.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. Well, I'm 6 times. Is 8. Yeah, actually, you would be able to because of your agility. Alright, so you just go charging, full attack, all the way, hauling ass, double move, murder fuck. Hobo time.
Yes.
Okay, roll a D100 for me.
That's a 51.
It's a hit.
Yep.
Roll demolish.
Wow.
That's a
Every
31.
single time.
Wow, you should just like
Frustrated for that.
use a new dice sphere. Use that one in the future. Okay, so you just go bounding at him, and he manages to dodge
hit
out of
and
the
die.
way. Manages to nimbly step aside as you come past his head and land on the grass on the other side of him. Alrighty, so those two scrubs are going to carry on running because they're like, fuck all this, we're out. People are just running the hell away from here. Okay, that leaves us with Jethar.
I'm gonna try to hit him again.
Okay, so it's just a normal ass sword, eh?
Yep, and I miss.
Swing at him. Steps aside nimbly, dodges quite easily. In return, now that the two of you engaged him, you see him pull out his pistol once more in the other hand. So now he's got his blade in one hand, pistol in the other. Oh my god, really? Fucking slap fight. Okay. Makes 2 attacks. And rolls a 91 and a 95, because reasons.
Oh, lovely.
I keep
Swipe,
rolling
swipe.
ones for damage. I think it's the universe.
He just fucking completely whiffs his attacks at you. He seems to be used to fighting faster opponents, and your doddering old fool face is just not...
That's Mr. Dodging old full face to him.
Alright, Del, your turn. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm going to see if I can remember to kill the Dark Elf.
Matt, use the slowness to your advantage. He's not used to it.
It's like Drunken Fist, but with old people.
Just stand perfectly still
49.
and he'll miss.
That's a hit. Roll damage for me.
If he stand perfectly still, they will freak him out and he won't hit.
It's like the
Oh,
soldiers'
nice.
planes in World War II because Germans' gunnery sites weren't adapted to fire at so slow planes.
Okay, it's 12 points of damage. Managed to just rake across his leg. And you see strange, too pale blood spill out. Not dark enough to be human. And with contact with the air, immediately start beating a little bit, almost like crystals. Jethar, your turn. What are you
So I'm
doing?
gonna try and stab him,
Go for it.
and I miss.
You miss! Alrighty. Tilos in his turn is going to make a full attack at this fucking old man because he's so goddamn tired of not being able to hit anything, and finally fucking hits. Twice.
Parry.
The first
okay,
time my
nice.
refractive field does not work.
Alright, second time.
It does not work either.
Good times, finally. Holy
So I'm
crap.
gonna try and dodge the one.
Okay.
Just hold on, I'm checking what dodges again.
It's been so long.
You're gonna try to.
Your dodge is for
Parry.
14.
You're gonna try to parry.
That's
that one.
weird. I'm pretty sure it should be higher. Okay, whatever.
You have a sword. It's balanced. You can try to parry.
Oh, I'll parry then. You're right.
Do you have the parry
And that does
skills?
work. I do actually have the parry skill.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's balanced. It's actually like +2 parry, I think.
Well, I made the parry.
Managed to block the first attack. Second one, no parries, eh?
Well, I don't think I can parry more than once around, so I don't think so.
Alrighty. Surprising enough that you can parry in the first place, man. Ooh, that's an 8. Alrighty.
One
You
of us
feel
should,
shunk. You take 11 points of damage, mitigated by your robes and whatever else you're wearing. Your toughness bonus.
Okay, well that hurt.
And I need you to make a toughness test for me, please.
Well,
Okay,
hold on.
Not really tough.
It's a really tough old man.
Not really.
Not really. But I'm tough enough.
Wow.
You managed to pass it.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Managed
I
to
just look at him and smirk a bit, like.
Okay, Del, your turn. What are you doing?
Murder.
Fucking
Okay, you're
DMing
just
a
going
dark
for an
elf.
attack. Yep,
I'm going to see if I can take his head clean off.
you certainly try.
I think that's still a hit.
I said plus 20 to your weapon skill. What did I say? Plus 40.
Oh, plus
I've
30.
misplaced it. I've misplaced that particular paper now, and I don't want to go look
Yeah, I
for
think
it.
it was 30.
It's 30.
Yeah.
And
Thank
my
you.
weapon skill is 45, so it's 1 point off.
Maybe got no fate points, man.
I can fate point it, yeah.
I mean, this is a Dark Eldar, man. I mean, what are you saving
True.
these things for?
True.
He's having them for making that really important social check.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
hit.
better.
That's a
With
hit.
3 degrees of success.
Alrighty, you connect. Roll damage for me, please.
That's a 10.
That's a 10.
10. Okay, so that's 16 points of damage. And you must roll for me a d10, please, Trashy. I need to actually find that particular one quickly.
4.
There we go. Critical damage for of damage. That kind of damage. Why you do such nasty damage?
You made me a werewolf.
I did not. You did that all to yourself. There we go, I found it. Okay. What did you roll originally? 45, eh?
Yes.
45. So reverse that, which is at 54. So you're gonna hit body. Body. And what did you roll for your d10?
4.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's impact. That's not rending. Where's the rending? There we go. Rending! A powerful slash opens up a painful rent in the target's body. Suffers 1 level of fatigue and must make a challenging toughness test or be stunned for 1 round. Okay. That's the thing. Let's try that. That's a pass. Just. Alrighty, so he apparently is not stunned. So that's good. 1 level of fatigue. Okay. That's him injured by Del. Jathar, your turn. What are you doing?
Try and stab him.
Stab him. Okay. Roll them weapon skills.
I do not make it, but I've got a
Good
spare
man.
fate point, so I'll spend it just in case.
We're
Just in
still
case.
hiding in a basement.
And I make it with 2 degrees of success.
Alrighty, he's going to attempt to parry it. He easily parries it.
Boo!
Just slaps it out of your hand and counterattacks using a counterattack skill. Going to attempt to shank ya. 12, that's definitely a hit. Roll your Rosarius.
Nope. I'm gonna try and parry it.
No. Oh, you
Ah,
can only
you-
parry once per turn, can't you?
Yeah, but this is a new turn.
That's his turn. You haven't got your parry back from your previous turn.
Oh,
It's a reaction in your turn. He basically turns one of your attacks and counterattacks immediately.
okay.
6. So you take what's the rending? You take 11 points of damage.
Okay. Well,
Minus
after
one
this,
of your toughnesses.
I start taking critical damage.
Shunk! Make a toughness test for me, please.
I'll do that in a moment.
Come on, man, you can do it. Make every toughness test, every single one.
I in fact do.
What the fuck? Seriously?
Yep.
I need to put stronger poison on these things. Okay.
Jeebus.
Jeebus. Okay, so in his turn, he's going to try and go after Dell, since he's the one who actually ripped him in your asshole the previous turn. And attack Dell. He makes a hit. Do you want to attempt to dodge?
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
That's a dodge.
Alrighty, you managed to whoop, step out of the way. So the blade flicks out at you. Second attack's going to come at you from the pistol. He's going to try and hit you right in the face. That's a 3. Okay, so you used your dodge already from the melee attack. Pistol does 10 points of damage minus your toughness. And I need you to make a challenging test for me, please. Toughness test.
No, don't do it.
Not quite. Alrighty, you immediately feel the poison seep into your body, and you start feeling a little bit strange, like almost detached from your body, like a lassitude coming over you that's just making you feel far away. All right, Del, your turn. What are you doing?
I'm going to rip his jawbone off.
Gonna try.
That's a success.
Okay, connects.
Gonna make he is not gonna be so pretty.
Okay, plus 6 is 14 points of damage, eh?
Yep.
You just rip out a big old chunk of meat from his throat as he staggers backwards away from you. Jathar, your turn. What are you doing?
Well, I'm going to stagger back because, my gosh, I can't stab a man who can stab me back.
Yep.
I'm actually going to stagger towards the table and see if there are any guns.
You frantically look around, but it seems like the guns were taken. There's a hunting rifle still lying there, though.
Oh, I'll pick that up.
Okay, you pick up a hunting rifle. Okay, Tilo's turn is going to disengage from trash. Engage.
He's gonna try.
Reaches down to his belt, presses a button.
Can I
That
do
seems to
something
wave
about his disengaging?
No, this engages specifically for getting out without attacks of opportunity. He steps back, presses a button at his belt, and wavers like a mirage and just disappears.
Well, I don't
Del.
believe he's gone for a second.
Del, make a willpower saving throw for me, please.
$45.
Just misses. You said it's 40, right?
It's 40. Because I have all these checks have been just misses.
With no clear target in front of you. You look right, you look left. You look right, you look left. In the distance, the group of civilians. On the other side, the group of nobles. And in front of you, the clearly wounded form of Severus. Roll a d6 for me, please. 1 to 2 nobles, 3 to 4 Severus, 5 or 6. All right.
Nobles it is.
Nobles it is. You turn and you start bounding after them to the forest. Jathar, you are left paranoid and alone, wondering where the Xeno is.
Well,
Doing.
I'm going to walk in, as in following Dell for the moment. I'm not going to stand around here and wait. Actually, no. I'm screwed either way, to be honest. I'm going to actually pull out that remote control and see if I can press the button.
Okay, there's a couple of buttons on it. You see, most of them have got a very creepy sensation if you run your finger across them. Almost like cold mist spiraling up at the touch of the studs. You feel 2 of them under your finger. Which would you like to press, the top or the bottom one?
Well, can I use anything that... Is there anything I have that I could use to make an educated guess?
Sure. Make a Xeno Eldar if you have a specifically roll.
I've got Forbidden Law Xeno. And I make that with 2 degrees of success. No, 68. 1 degree of success.
You're not really sure. You don't have enough to go on.
When in doubt, go left.
Okay. So you following Dell?
No, I'm going to press the button on the left.
Okay. So you press the button. Dell, you're busy chasing down the prey when suddenly you are just absolutely engulfed in pain again. Make a willpower saving check for me.
I succeed on that one.
You once more manage to stay conscious during the agonizing transformation as your body reverts to its usual form and you just absolutely face plant into the mud and dirt because you were running in all fours and now your body isn't really designed for that anymore. And find yourself lying on your back in pain, in the pitch dark, unable to see anything.
I'm going to catch up with him. Del, are you all right?
I hate Xenos.
Yep, I totally understand. Do you mind phoning the other guys and telling them to get their asses over here?
Let's see.
Boy, are we it's gonna be surprised when we jump out of this basement.
See if I could not lose my temper too bad. Oh, it was almost glorious. I managed to keep my temper. And
Alright.
I micro bead over. Morons.
Let's go back and pick up the car that we came in here in and grab Hosty McHostface and get back to the house.
I may have
Alright.
eaten most of his throat.
No, I looked. He was still wriggling when I took the remote off him. I kind of show him I show him the remote. This is what I used to switch off the damn suit thing.
Thank
Alright.
you.
This is all Dark Eldar technology. Give me the suit and let's get going.
I shed the suit.
Alright.
I bundle the suit and the remote up and stick it in I don't know, pocket.
Oh good, now Dell's running around naked.
No, he's still wearing his. Oh, wait, he's not. Oh, well, I suppose it's better than wearing his Xenotech.
I go back to where I took my clothes off.
Come on, you
Put my clothes
magnificent
back
man,
on.
you. Let's go and fight crime.
Alright, you guys head back to the vehicle.
We're
Grab
also gonna
the now
grab-
cooling host.
Is he
bundle him
corpse
into the
man now?
backseat. He's very much a corpse, having lost a huge amount of blood.
Oh well.
And start driving back towards the manor house. So, you guys, covered in cold booze. It's been some time. It's quieted down outside. You're still sitting in the cellar. What are you guys doing?
Let's escape the cellar and start making our way towards like the back of the place, because I think that might be where the nobles go to hunt.
Okay,
Okay.
let's do this.
Yeah, everyone pick up a bottle, so if anybody stops us, we can just say we got lost.
Okay, you guys quietly open up the door upstairs. Pop out. It doesn't look like there's anybody there at the moment. So, I'd like you all to make stealth rolls for me.
Oh, goody.
You guys get to participate. Yay!
Yay!
Okay then. I'm really shit at actually, hang on.
That's a
Tonight
good roll
you're
there.
amazing.
No, that's in fact that is still not enough.
Sorry.
You managed to. Wow. You guys managed to stay fairly quiet. I know. How much did you fail by?
I got 6 degrees of success.
Yeah, pretty quiet. 21.
Okay. Solomon manages to keep you guys quiet.
I got
Catches
like
a bottle that you bump off a table, just barely
no,
before it hits the ground.
I have a great idea. Since I had a 19 out of 17, or my stealth is 17, but I got a 19, so I'm like completely quiet, but I still have like a lit low stick on my lips, just like a fucking beacon in the dark.
Okay, you guys cruise through so far, having not run into any servants, periodically stopping to listen. You make it into what you think is the ballroom. You can now see the barges, many of them still covered in tables and things. The serpents having not cleared up quite yet. What are you guys trying to do?
Just try and make our way to like the back of the place.
All right, you pass through. Let's just quickly see if anybody
And
sees you.
periodically trying to get Dale on the Vox.
You're nothing but at the moment. Okay, Dell, you guys are driving back. You're dressed. There's a cooling corpse in the back. Severus has got a few chunks of him missing, and is also bleeding rather profusely. I need you to make a toughness saving throw for me, please. With -20. As the poison starts to take effect.
Fail.
You're feeling really tired right now. And you're like trying to stay awake, but drift off.
I'm having a hard time.
That's about as much as you get out before you're just out.
I grabbed the wheel to stop us from crashing,
All right.
and I pat him on the back. I'm like, "Yep, you've worked pretty hard today." I then stop the car, walk around to the other side, push him into the other seat, and I'll drive us slowly forward.
All right. Driving through the woods quite quietly.
Yes.
Okay. Hippo, you
A
guys
bit
are
annoying
now,
because now I don't have a Vox. Oh wait, is there a Voxer in the car? Maybe, I don't know.
unfortunately not.
Didn't think so. Okay.
So, Hippo,
Hello.
you guys are now in a broom in the back. This is the one where the shitty silverware gets kept. What are you guys doing? You see a door to the left, to the right, and then directly ahead of you.
Are there any signs that point the way to garage?
Unfortunately, not that you can see.
Oh, any signs that point to your companions?
What?
No. Any like signs that like point to your companions?
Nope.
Oh,
So, left, right, or forward, what are you guys doing?
Who wants to go forward? I don't know where we're going.
I don't know. I feel like you fucking decide.
All right, let's
You're the
go
goddamn
forward.
navigator.
Okay, you guys creep into the next room, where you see a very surprised looking servant looking at you guys as you creep quietly into the room. You're not supposed to be in here.
Shh, we've been drinking.
yes. Very,
Um,
very drunk.
Make a deception check for me with a +10 bonus because of the bottle and the booze.
Fate point. Yes.
Did you pass it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna.
With that +10, that's 2 degrees of success.
Mine's terrible at lying.
Wow.
Father, are you sure you should be... Never mind. Come with me. If they see you in here, you're gonna get us all in trouble.
Take us to the cars.
Shh. Lead you out. Takes a winding route to the back. Look, I don't have a car, but just make your way around the side of the house and out the front. And if any of the guards stop you, just say, Reginald let you out. You're a bunch of stragglers, okay?
Thank you.
Just repeat that back to me, please.
Ruginal and Scragglers.
Oh, Jesus. Priest, Reginald let you out. Can you remember that?
Reggie, let you out.
Ah, you. He pointed at you, Gideon. Reginald let you out, yeah?
Yours will let you out.
Oh, God. Emperor, please. Okay, I never saw you. Just go.
Oh,
Just go.
Yeah, okay, that you let us
Like, closes the door and
Bye,
you guys are now
redhead
standing outside the
child.
back of the manor. Alright, Jesus. Okay, you guys are standing at the back of the manor at the moment.
Are we like near a carport or anything?
You're at the back at the moment.
Okay.
Everything is down the front from where you are. It's going to be quite a walk, but you should be able to make it there.
All right, let's just start walking then to where where our limo was.
Okay. You guys fake stagger your way to the where you think the vehicle might be.
After
Just
that
sorry,
one- after
you're still
that one,
driving.
Sorry. After that one, I'm not gonna fake it. I'm just gonna take a sip because fuck that one. Wow.
Yeah, screw faking it. Just get actually drunk.
Yes.
Okay. Just sorry, you're driving back.
Yes.
Dell's definitely out cold now.
Yes.
You think you're approaching the house.
Yes.
Is there anything you'd like to try and do?
I would like to not go to the house. I'd like to just drive around the house and drive out.
Make a navigate surface check for me, please.
Yes, of course, that thing.
What? You have like all of the skills. What are you complaining
Not
about?
that one.
Not navigate. But I suppose I'll spend my last fate point because explaining this to servants is going to be difficult.
Fuck.
Boom! I've already found my way back to the hotel.
You
Through
find
the-
a side road that you
the hidden-
think.
The hidden car park.
Well, not quite. You find a side road that you suspect doesn't go straight back to the manor, and you start taking that out. And after about 10 minutes of driving, you start seeing ahead of you the more familiar parts of the city that you've seen so far. And you appear to be leaving the premises of the property.
Do I see any random drunken stragglers who look like my friends?
Make a very difficult awareness check for me.
I'm not going to make that. If you say very difficult, it means it's not going to happen. Nope, I see no one.
You don't see anybody. Dell's out. You don't know why. From what you know of Dark Eldar, most likely poisoned and or drugged. You're covered in blood. You yourself are close to death's door. You have a dead corpse in the back seat. What are you doing?
If I gently lean over and whisper into Dell's ear, can I phone someone using his psionic ears?
Nope.
Damn.
Is Adele dead?
Dell's doing.
Dell's not
things.
quite
Dell
dead.
don't-
I'm
Alexia,
going
stop
to
responding.
drive to the secluded and private place we parked the ship.
You mean the spaceport?
This
So
spaceport, but seeing we
clown.
parked it in the back in a private area, I'm pretty sure no one's going to check my car. It's the middle of the night.
It's also a spaceport, but okay.
Yeah, I've got
okay,
no
stop
call.
driving
I've got no phone, so it's a bit difficult at the moment.
I know I didn't plan it like this, but this actually works out quite well. Okay, so you're driving into town towards the spaceport. The three of you are staggering around the front. And you find what appears to be a carport of some description. What are you doing?
Probably attempt to find our limo, and also look for like the freshest tracks.
Triple awareness check for me, please, all of you gents.
Fate point.
How many of those
Ah,
fucking things do
same.
people have left?
I've got 2 left now.
Wow. I only realized rolled in the 90s. What the fuck?
You guys look around, but I mean, it's dark. You're unfamiliar with the place. You don't know where your vehicle is at all. You find lots of vehicles though. You find off-road ones. You find luxury ones. You even find what appears to be a private aircraft as well.
Wait, that would get us out of here.
No
quick.
limo. What are you guys doing?
Do we keep looking? Do we try and get out on foot? Do we try and hoof it to where we think Dell and Severus are?
Do you find a plane? Hippo, can't you fly a plane?
I have that skill.
Sure.
Yes.
Why not?
Like, do we have like a ticket or something for this thing? Like, didn't they give us something when they took the car? I don't know. I don't pay attention.
Nope. No tickets that you know of.
Okay.
They normally would bring the vehicle around for the front for the noble when he leaves.
Makes sense.
So, what are you guys doing? It's pitch dark. Bumbling around. What are you doing?
Let's look for the limo a bit more.
Okay, code checks again for me, please.
I passed. 2
How many
degrees
degrees
success.
Okay. Eventually, you find the limo.
Guys, I
Alright.
found a limo. It may be ours.
So, you guys bundle into the vehicle, I'm assuming.
Who can
And-
drive?
Who can drive?
It's just a car. What's the worst that can happen?
Hold on. I'll work the pedals. Somebody else steer. And somebody does the gears.
Wow. This is.
Oh, it's like a Muppet. It's like a group of Muppets trying to drive a car in a man suit.
How fucking complicated is driving a car in the future?
Not terribly, but since the future is a fucking hellscape, and also they're drunk, and it's pitch dark, and you're in a unfamiliar place.
Hey, out of 3 of us are pretending to be drunk.
But no one knows
So-
which two.
Who's driving?
I think a combined effort between all 3 of us.
Who's in the driving seat?
I'll be crouched in front of it, working pedals.
Fine. Who's
I think-
driving?
Who,
I think
Who's steering?
does anybody
Hippos
have
dri-
good driving skills?
You're the highest. You drive.
My driving skill is 50. Actually, no, it's 25.
Yeah, you drive.
Okay, I'll try and
That's better
drive.
than us.
Okay.
Bloody has a really good navigate surface.
You guys pull out into the driveway, suddenly illuminating the dark around you with the headlights. Very obviously. And as you drive out, you hear behind you an alarm sound.
I go faster.
You start accelerating towards the front gate that you guys entered initially. Make a operate surface vehicle check for me, please.
I'm sorry if I've just killed us all in a car crash. I've just killed us all in a car crash.
You can use a fate point for that one.
You
I could.
swerve.
I won't.
You swerve, hit a whole bunch of shorter hedges, destroy them, plow through them towards the front gate. And you can see behind you now the house starting to get lit up as various rooms are getting turned on and people are coming outside to have a look around and see who had the balls to steal from one of the nobility. Who would be that stupid? You go hauling ass towards the
Nobody
gate.
Expect the Inquisition?
Hippo, I would like you to make one final operate surface check to see if you actually managed to plow through the gate or if you hit a wall.
Oh,
No, we're
what the
dead.
fuck? What the fuck?
Oh, thinking that the gate was obviously reinforced, I've driven it through the wall, which obviously they'll have skimped on because they want to stop people driving through the gate. So head on into the wall. Let's go.
Wow.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. You
Look,
slam
Trashy, it's fine. You and me have survived.
Wow.
again.
Right?
You slam into the wall with bone-crunching force. I'm assuming none of you put your seatbelt on.
I
always
would
put
have.
my
I'm not.
seatbelt on.
God, I'm
They're idiots, they're not
retarded. I'm not.
I
Yeah.
am very safety inclined.
Everybody make a toughness test for me, please.
Does it have airbags?
That's what you guys are.
Fate point.
I love how people fate pointed now.
Yeah, pass mine.
You could
Fast,
fate pointed to not
easily.
kill everyone, but that wouldn't be fun. You fate pointed so you could survive and walk away.
You all take... Oh wow, that's 2 10s. Oh,
We all
that's
take
not
dead.
good.
We all just splatter.
You all take 20 points of impact damage.
Oh, you did.
I'm dead.
Obviously modified by any toughness that you guys have and such.
I'm still dead.
Oh, then oh, okay. So armor and shit help. Armor help?
No,
Toughness and armor, yes. If you have armor, that will.
Yes.
That will
Then I
apply
only
as
take
well.
10 damage.
How about you,
Oh,
lady?
armor-
I'm not wearing many.
But wait, what
armor,
kind of
so-
armor am I wearing?
Did you say you
I
were
thought you were
wearing something
matching.
fancy?
I thought you said matching with me, and I've got carapace.
Matching, yes. Yeah. So how much armor is that? This carapace 5?
5.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so 20 minus your toughness bonus. So, okay, how much HP does it leave you guys on? And your armor, obviously.
Toughness is 4. If I have carapace armor,
So
that's
take 11 points of damage. Okay, and
Yeah, I'm
Ian,
still
how much are
going.
you taking?
Well, I only have 42 in toughness, and I only have my ropes, which is well 1 armor, so that's like
It's minus 5.
It's
So 15
damage.
points.
And I only have like fucking 8 wounds, so I'm in minus 7.
Okay,
So you
and then
fucking
I need to
dead.
roll on the impact chart for you guys quickly.
Oh no.
Impact critical body, because I rolled 2 10s for the critical roll chart as well. Let's have a look here quickly.
This has gone very poorly.
Okay,
Considering me and Trashy survived fighting a Dark Eldar and double crossing a nobleman, and you guys are just trying to drive a car out of a parking lot.
And kill yourselves.
you guys smash into the wall, taking your damage. Then, Iron and Hippo and Letty,
Yeah.
as the front of the car crumples inwards, it pushes out. The steering column comes slamming into your armor, Hippo, cracking it. And the dash lady just folds inward, slamming into you. Iron is actually the one that's best off in this case because he's in the back. Tearing into your abdomen. Both of you roll 1d5 for me.
Me too.
You as
Not
well.
like this. Not like this.
How much did you guys roll?
Does it how does it even out? Like, does it roll up?
1d5. So if you roll a d100, what did you roll?
Oh, I rolled it's a 1d5, so I rolled a 3. So is
Okay.
that 2 or 1?
Did you roll a d10?
Yes.
Okay, and you rolled a 3.
Yes.
So it's a 2.
Okay.
I rolled a 5
Okay.
on my d10.
Okay, so it's a 3.
Okay.
And Ian, what did you roll?
Sorry, so supposed to roll a D10.
D10, yeah.
Just 1. I rolled a 44 with 100.
I'm gonna roll for you. Because it's easier than redoing it now.
Yeah,
Okay, 4. Okay, so Ian takes 4, Hippo takes 3, Lady, you take 2.
Yeah.
Points of permanently reduced toughness
Okay.
as you guys get graunched by the front of the vehicle. In addition, roll a d10 each of you.
4.
1.
4. 1.
8.
8.
What?
Hippo, you suffer an additional 4 points of damage and immediately start bleeding out as the steering column nearly impales you.
Well, I'm on 0. This was a fun character.
And both Hippo and Ian are both suffering from blood loss at the moment. So each round, you guys are going to have a bad time if you don't get medical attention.
How much damage did I get from that one, the 4?
You take 2 points of damage.
Well, I'm at minus 9, you know.
Like I said, you're going to have a bad time if you don't get medical attention. So, the vehicle has crashed into the wall. The entire front has been folded up. You guys have missed the gate. You're nearly impaled and or crushed. What are you guys doing?
Well, I'm dying, obviously.
I'm just gonna die.
What about the
am I
rest of you?
supposed to do? I'm crushed.
I'm gonna attempt to use my last fate point to get some health back.
Hippo is
Alright.
sitting there wondering where it all went wrong.
8, so 4. Okay, I get 4 health back.
Could we like rewind and let him attempt to fate point that steering check?
I
Or
gave
is
him
it-
a chance to, but he didn't want to.
Where would the fun been in that?
true.
The fun would have probably been in the not dying horribly in a car crash.
I try and dislodge myself from the car.
Alright,
So
make a
rudely
toughness
impaled
saving throw
me.
for me. What about you, lady? What are you doing?
Am I actually free? Like, can I move?
Ace.
Just start
Guess you're
bandaging
in charge.
yourself up, lady. You are the healing god. You're fine.
How much did you roll, Hippo?
I rolled a 15.
Okay, and your toughness is?
38 or 48.
Okay, you managed to dislodge yourself from the vehicle without tearing your wounds wider. And you can hear in the distance the sound of vehicles approaching at a slightly more sedate pace than you lot were. Gideon, what are you doing?
So can I wriggle myself free?
You could certainly try it. Roll a d100 for me. Toughness tick.
Yes. 3.
Okay. You managed to gingerly crawl out of the window onto the ground outside. What are you doing?
Is there there's probably a boot. I want to go check if there's a med kit there.
Okay, you stagger over to the back of the limousine. Go look, see if there's anything in the back. Ein, what are you doing?
I'm pretty sure I'd be unconscious by now.
Okay, you're just like, fuck it, La La Land.
No, but, really, at the minus fucking 9,
Make a
is that
toughness
not
test.
unconscious?
Make a toughness test. Ein, Letty, make a scrutiny check for me of the back, please.
I failed that one.
Okay, Ein's busy bleeding out.
I rolled 15.
Yeah, you find well, it was a med kit. It's kind of just been like bounced all over the place and thrown open, but you find some stuff inside.
I gather all the necessary equipment for just the types of wound I'm expecting, which are pretty obvious what I'm expecting, just bleeding at the moment.
All right.
Wait, I'm not
So-
bleeding at the moment, am I?
You're also bleeding, but not as badly as your comrade.
Well, I'll go. Well, I mean, Hippo just like dragged himself out of the car already, so let's go do that right now.
What?
Stop the blood loss on Hippo.
What about your Methythius that's just unmoving in the back?
I'll deal with him next.
Okay. Go over and start applying bandages on Solomon. The vehicle lights are now shining in your direction. They should be there in the next few moments. What are you doing?
Is what's his face done already?
Yeah, you've applied some basic bandages, just a couple of rough wraps, slapped on a patch kind of thing. Nothing too crazy. It's definitely not gonna be good for long-term treatment, but hey, it'll stop him from dying right away. What are you doing?
Can you move at all, Sullivan?
I think Hippo's literally
I dragged
dead.
myself out the car, so.
Well, that's,
Ein, make
that's
another
a
toughness
no.
saving throw for me, please.
Why didn't you guys drag Ein out the window or something?
So the car isn't on fire at the moment, is it?
Not yet.
Nope.
Okay, then if the car isn't on fire, I
That's
just go
okay.
where Dwayne is and try and do my best to stop the bleeding.
Okay. So as you start doing that, vehicles pull up, and you see servants and guards pull out of them to surround you.
Don't worry though, someone let you out. Just remember his name.
And that's where we end for this week.
I don't understand. Oh, we literally fought a Dark Eldar, and I had to keep succeeding on willpower checks to not also murder you. We pull it off.
Yeah, we're badass.
These guys can't steer and get themselves killed.
Well, that certainly was a thing.
That was an interesting thing, yes.
I have fun. This was
That
a
is
long
a thing.
session too. We went for like 4 hours.
Yeah, it was a bit longer than
3 hours, but yeah.
3 hours than I initially had. I had some other stuff planned because you guys said some other things last week that I was like, okay, this is fine. And then Ein was like, I'm totally not going to go do that thing. I'm going to go with them instead. I'm like, oh, shit. It's like, shit.